At Banner Bank, we know how much it means to feel at home, and our home.
Recorded home this year, Fred Meyer, the Pippins will each donate $6 to a local food bank to help provide meals for those in need. Let's rack up kids and knock down hunger in the Yakima Valley.
Well, the Pippins have won back-to-back games. It's almost hard to believe. And now they go for the series sweep of the Bellingham Bells as they try to close out the first half of the 2019 season on a high note. Hi, everybody, and welcome into Yakima Valley Pippins baseball coverage here on pippinsbaseball.com/live. My name is Miles Klotz. A pleasure to have you with me for all 9 innings of today's Independence Day ball game. A pleasant 4th of July to you, wherever you're listening from, whether it's on the backyard at the cookout or at the ballpark, wherever it may be. Hope you are enjoying your Independence Day and a nice day game for baseball. We're getting set for the first and only day game of the year here at the Orchard with a 3:05 scheduled first pitch on Independence Day. The Stars and Stripes are out, and the Pippins are out after another nice win last night to improve to 10-15 on the year, their second consecutive win, and a series win clincher over the Bellingham Bells after losing 9 in a row over the past week and a half. It was quite the impressive display from the Pippins yesterday. It's now 2 straight games in which they've put up 5 runs on 12 hits. They beat the Bellingham Bells 5-3, and it started with a really good start from Bo Henderson. 4 innings of work and a spot start. 2 hits. He didn't allow an earned run. He didn't walk anybody, and he struck out 1. And the back end of the bullpen, too, Mark Wanarovich, Tyler Frazier, and Tristan Vreeling were all really good in relief. But the key blow was Luke Schwartz in the bottom of the 8th inning with the game tied at 3. The light-hitting center fielder, who had not had a multiple-hit game all season in his 22nd game of the year, rips a triple to deep right center field over the head of Jack Mactoff, who was playing in right, and he managed to speed all the way around the bases to third, scored Brady Hormel, who had walked, gave the Pippins the lead, and a batter later, an error brought home Schwartz, made it 5-3, and then Vreeling came on and was dominant in his season debut out of the bullpen to close it out. And so while these games don't matter much for the Pippins, they do matter a lot for Bellingham, who doesn't need to win today in order to keep themselves in the first half playoff race, but it would really, really help, because if they don't, they'll need to sweep Victoria on the road this weekend if they want a chance at a first half title, now 2.5 games back of the Harbor Cats in the North Division. So the Pippins, with themselves out of playoff contention in the first half, they're using this game, and we'll get to the lineup in a minute, but they're using this game a lot of the ways to get a look at new guys who haven't played a whole lot, and get a look at guys who aren't super familiar with the roster. So that'll be interesting. It'll be good for the Pippins to get some of the new guys some places defensively, really just figure things out, work things out, since this game won't have any effect on their standing in the first half. They're going to finish in either 3rd, 4th, or 5th at 10-15 on the year. We'll only play 26 first half games with a postponement against Port Angeles that will be made up in the second half. A.J. Wood gets the start for the Pippins, his second of the year. He is 1-1 with a 2.81 ERA, 14 strikeouts, 7 walks over 16 innings of work, and opponents hitting .224 off of the Sacramento, California native out of Central Washington University. 6'3", 228 pounds. Has not started since a start in Ridgefield on June the 6th. Has come out of the bullpen his last 7 appearances. But hopefully a good performance for Wood today as the starter. And now we'll get a look at our starting lineup, starting with the visiting Bellingham Bells. 14-9 on the season. They are 2.5 games back of the Victoria Harbor Cats for first place in the West Coast League North Division. And they lead off with their center fielder, Guthrie Morrison. Austin Kretschmar bats second and plays second base. Troy Viola is at third base, batting third. Derek Marshall plays first base in the cleanup spot. Jack Mactoff in right field, batting fifth. Cole Hinkleman hits sixth and plays left field. Danny Martin, the DH, bats seventh. Nick DiNicola is the catcher, batting eighth. Christian DiCochea is at second base and bats ninth. Again, for the Bells, that's Morrison, Kretschmar, and Viola. Marshall, Mactoff, and Hinkleman. Martin, DiNicola, and DiCochea, with right-hander Cole Tucker on the mound for the Bells. As for the Pippins, 10-15 on the year, they've won 2 straight, and they lead off with Owen Cobb, the shortstop. Noah Andrews in right field hits second. Nick DiCarlo at first base, batting third. Aiden Welch, the second baseman, is the cleanup hitter. Brady Hormel doing the catching and batting fifth. Zach Meddings at third base, hits sixth. Nick Israel, the DH, bats seventh. Christian Padilla bats eighth and plays left field. And Eddie Pelk is the center fielder and bats ninth. Again, for the Pippins, that's Cobb, Andrews, and DiCarlo. Welch, Hormel, and Meddings, Israel, Padilla, and Pelk, with right-hander A.J. Wood on the mound, making his second start. We're about to have the national anthem here at the Orchard, so we'll take a break and be back after this for first pitch here at the Orchard on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome and se habla español. This is how we care.
Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong. Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce two of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Pitch here at the Orchard on a beautiful day for Independence Day baseball. Here's the Pippins go for the sweep against the Bellingham Bells. Hi, everybody, and welcome into Yakima Valley Pippins baseball coverage here at pippinsbaseball.com/live. My name is Miles Klotz. Glad to have you with me for all 9 innings of today's series closer and the last game of the season between the two teams, the Pippins and the Bells, as the Pippins go to try and sweep the Bells at home after they were swept in Bellingham a few weeks ago and even up the season series at 3 apiece. Zach and Austin have the controls on the video side today, as we are on both the audio and video ends of things for today's series finale, with the right-hander A.J. Wood on the mound to make his second start of the year. His 8th appearance total. He is 1-1 with a 2.81 ERA, 14 strikeouts, 7 walks over 16 innings of work for the right-hander. 224 opponents hit off of the Sacramento, California native, who will be a senior at Central Washington in the fall. And he last pitched on Sunday in Corvallis. An inning of work, did not allow anything other than a solo home run to Briley Knight. Other than that, he was pretty good. And also pitched a scoreless inning on Friday in Corvallis in the opener of that 3-game series. It's been an early day for several teams in the West Coast League. A couple games already done. Walla Walla tops Cowlitz 6-4. They need Corvallis to lose, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. The Knights winning against Portland 9-3, trying to make it 12 straight wins. We're about to get underway here in Yakima, and then Kelowna versus Wenatchee and Ridgefield at Bend are the night games in the final day of the first half for some teams. Given the way that the schedule is set up, some teams' first half, such as Bellingham, for example, will continue beyond today. But for the Pippins, this is their last game of the first half. And they will face off against Bellingham for the last time in 2019 before opening up a 3-game series tomorrow in Portland. Right-hander versus right-hander to get things underway as Guthrie Morrison digs in on a beautiful day for baseball at the Orchard. Wood's first pitch is down low for a ball, and the count is 1-0. Things getting underway a bit ahead of schedule here. A 3:02 Pacific time first pitch as Morrison bats with a slightly open stance from the right side. Here's the 1-0 from AJ. And there's a ground ball past the glove of Meddings at third. It's a fair ball down the left field line. Morrison around first, headed for second. Padilla up with the ball in left, and he fires in a strike towards Cobb, the cutoff. So Morrison held to a single, and a leadoff base runner for the Bells here in the first.
Now batting for the Bells, the shortstop, Austin Kretschmar.
And it brings up Austin Kretschmar for Bellingham. One on, nobody out here in the top of the first inning. A.J. Wood getting the start for the Pippins. And now he faces Kretschmar, who's hitting .270 on the year, a homer and 3 RBIs. Here's the set and the first pitch from Wood off of the first base side of the rubber with his left foot ahead of his right. He delivers the pitch, and a fastball hits the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Alex Salterio calling balls and strikes behind the plate. Brandon Hargis is the field umpire. Middle infield at double play depth. Meddings even with the bag at third. And DiCarlo holds the runner at first. Morrison, who's got good speed and about a stride and a half lead. Outfield straight away. No outs in the first to throw over to first, and Morrison dives back in underneath the tag. Pippins going with a little bit of a different defensive alignment tonight in a game that is meaningless for their purposes. So giving some new guys a shot. Christian Padilla in left field, Eddie Pelk in center field, Noah Andrews in right field. Brady Hormel does the catching. Here's another toss over to first, nothing doing from Morrison. Left to right around the diamond, Zach Meddings at third, Owen Cobb the shortstop, Aiden Welch at second base, and Nick DiCarlo at first base. No score here in the top of the first, one on, no outs. Wood takes a long look in, now brings the hands together just below the chin. And delivers out of the stretch. The pitch is fouled back and out of play off to the right side. 0-2. Sparse crowd here at the Orchard, and understandably so, on the 4th of July. Had a good crowd yesterday. 1,422 fans was the third largest crowd of the season. In last night's game, third time this year the Pippins have topped 1,000 folks in the stands. Wood looking for his first strikeout. He's got 14 of them in 16 innings of work this year. Tall righty at the ready. Now the kick and the 0-2. Morrison takes off, and there's a ground ball hit to third for Meddings, who fields chest high. Throws on to first in time, but the hit and run works as the Bells hit their way out of a double play, and now a man in scoring position with one down for Troy Viola. Morrison to second, one down. Viola to the plate. Right-handed hitter hitting .343, a league-leading 5 home runs and 17 RBIs on the season. Turn and a look to second. And a slight lead off of second by Morrison. No score here in the first. And Wood readjusts himself on the rubber a little bit and steps off. Pippins in the home white uniforms today. Green Pippins across the chest. Green numbers with a slight black trim of the white pants. Dark green caps today for the Pippins. Long look to second. Wood turns again, now the first pitch. And there's a high fly ball, not very deep to right for Andrews, who comes on a few steps, has room, reaches up, makes the catch, and quickly fires towards Cobb, the cutoff at shortstop. That holds Morrison at second. Now 2 down, and Derek Marshall to the dish. Marshall, a right-handed hitter who came in as a substitute yesterday. Bats here with Morrison at second. 2 outs in a scoreless ball game in the top of the first. Bells in their alternate teal uniforms. Navy blue Bellingham across the chest. Navy letters with a white trim, and then the traveling gray pants with a navy stripe down the side. Wood turns and looks to second, delivers the pitch. And Marshall takes a slider on the outside corner for a called first strike. Derek Marshall on the season hitting .217, a homer and 9 RBIs for the right-hand swinger out of the University of New Mexico. Wood sets. Man on second, 2 down. Scoreless game, top of the first. Gives Morrison a look. Now delivers the 1-strike pitch. And there's a breaking ball that misses high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, the interesting thing about Brady Hormel behind the plate is he has basically been pushed into this spot out of necessity. I talked to him in the clubhouse before the game, and he said the last time he caught was Little League. Pippins, with just one healthy catcher, in a game like this, they can afford to give Hormel a shot. Here's the 1-1. There's a slider that misses down and away. 2 balls and a strike. Hormel hasn't had to do a whole lot so far, but it'll be interesting to see throwing out runners, given that he's normally a second baseman. Blocking balls, which is difficult. He was working on it before the game in the bullpen. Morrison at second, 2 down, a 2-1 count on Marshall. No score here in the first. Independence Day baseball from the Orchard. Wood nods, gives a look to second. Now the 2-1. Fastball that just missed away. 3 balls and a strike. And that had some really good late break on it. Wood throws more of what he self-describes as a sinker. Tries to get balls down in the zone a lot, generate ground balls. He's got one of the harder fastballs on the team, the upper 80s, but doesn't strike out as many batters as you might think. Steps off the rubber and gives a look back to the speedy Morrison at second. Morrison led off the inning with a single, then moved up on a ground out. Now there's 2 away. He's the runner at second. No score, top of the first. Welch at second, back up a few steps on the edge of the outfield grass. Cobb, the shortstop, keeps Morrison close to the base. 3-1 pitch. Slider misses down and outside, ball 4, and none of those 4 balls were that far outside of the zone, but it's a walk nonetheless to Marshall. And now Jack Macdoff will bat with 2 on and 2 out. No score here in the top of the first. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Macdoff hitting .309 on the season, no homers, and 12 runs batted in. 2 for 8 in the first 2 games of this series, the last time these 2 teams will play in the regular season in 2019. AJ set, left foot well ahead of his right. He kicks and delivers, and there's a soft ground ball right side of the infield for Aiden Welch. Second baseman collects, moves in a step, and shuffles on to first in time, and the inning is over. Bells get 2 on a hit and a walk, but strand them both there, and we go to the bottom of the first in a scoreless ball game on Independence Day at the Orchard on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Nothing is sweeter for the warm summer months than a great scoop of Baskin-Robbins ice cream. Your Baskin-Robbins store right here in Yakima on South First Street proudly supports Yakima Valley Pippins baseball. Make sure you stop by and grab a cup or cone of your favorite Baskin-Robbins flavor at the South First location. And then, next time you're at Yakima County Stadium, try out their awesome baseball medley. Baskin-Robbins ice cream and Pippins baseball will make your summer memorable.
No score as we go to the bottom of the first here at the Orchard, and right-hander Cole Tucker to the mound to make his 2nd start of the year for Bellingham, his 4th appearance overall for the senior out of UC Riverside. 1-0 his record, a 4.69 ERA, 12 strikeouts, 5 walks over 7 2/3 innings, and opponents hit .207 off of the native of Bakersfield, California, who came out in relief on Friday in Portland, did not have or at home against Portland, did not have his best outing of the season. 2/3 of an inning, he gave up 2 earned runs on a hit and 4 walks, struck out a pair, and he'll face the top of the Pippins order here in a scoreless game. In the bottom of the first, Owen Cobb, Noah Andrews, and then Nick DiCarlo. Cobb has been on fire over his last couple of games, riding a 4-game hitting streak. He is 8 for his last 13 at the plate, including a 2-for-2 day off the bench yesterday. Hits from the right side, 326 batter on the season, a homer and 12 RBIs. Tucker's first offering is popped up off to the right side for Derek Marshall, who backs up onto the outfield grass just to the left of the foul line in shallow right field, and he puts it away 1 out. And that was pretty quick and easy from Tucker, who is helped out defensively by Marshall at first, Christian DiCochea at second, Austin Kretschmar is the shortstop, Troy Viola the third baseman, Nick DiNicola doing the catching behind the plate, and left to right in the outfield, Cole Hinkleman, Guthrie Morrison, and Jack Macdoff. 1 out, nobody on, no score bottom of the first. Here's Noah Andrews, the right fielder. Tucker's first offering right on right. Fastball at the knees for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Andrews hitting 185, no homers and 3 RBIs. Couple of hits for him in yesterday's ball game. The kick and the 0-1. And there's a hard ground ball hit right to third. Viola, who was a step in, comes onto the infield grass, tosses on to first, and that's 2 quick and easy outs for Tucker in the top half of the first inning to bring up Nick DiCarlo. DiCarlo, a right-handed batter, 3 for his first 8 in his 2 games with the Pippins in 2019. He hits here with the bases empty, 2 away, no score bottom of the first. And Tucker, the right-hander, off the first base side of the rubber. Left leg kick and the pitch. And that fastball misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Tucker stands just 5 feet 9 inches tall, 185 pounds. And he delivers the 1-0. And a fastball on the lower outside corner to DiCarlo, and the count's a 1-1. Nick digs in with a almost red-colored bat. It's like a dark maroon. Deep crouch to the knees from the right side, and he watches a breaking ball sail way outside. That one ended up in the left-handed batter's box. And the count 2-1. Nobody on. 2 outs, no score bottom of the first. And just by looking at the numbers, it's not hard to tell that Cole Tucker's biggest issue is just throwing consistent strikes. 21 walks in 13 2/3 innings this spring. Misses down and in with a 2-1 fastball, and the count's 3-1. That was his first year in Division I. A couple of years playing in junior college, where he played for Bell's head coach Bob Miller. The 3-1 pitch. DiCarlo watches a fastball sail in at the knees for a called second strike. 3-2 the count. Bases empty, 2 away, no score bottom of the first. DiCarlo also plays his college baseball in California, Central California, Cal Poly. The 3-2 to him. And he gets a piece of this one and fouls it softly high in the air into the 5th row of the seats down the first base line, and it stays 3-2. Mentioned it in the pregame, but 2 games got going earlier than us on Independence Day. Walla Walla beats Cowlitz 6-4 to take the series. And Corvallis leads Portland 9-3 in the top of the 8th, looking for their 12th straight win. The set and the full count pitch. Fastball below the knees, ball 4 on a 2-out walk. Drawn by Nick DiCarlo to bring up Aiden Welch.
Now batting for the Pippins, the second baseman, number 15, Aiden Welch.
Welch hitting .350 in his first 5 games with the Pippins. No homers and a couple of RBIs. 2 outs and a man on first. First pitch, taken down low, and then pops out of DiNicola's glove. The catcher, though, able to grab it before it rolled onto the grass, and the count 1-0. Infield straightaway, normal depth, except for Marshall, the first baseman, who holds on the lanky DiCarlo with a slight lead. Outfield is straightaway, normal depth. And the pitch. A fastball misses eye level, and it's 2 balls, no strikes on Welch. Did not pick up a hit yesterday, but reached base twice on walks. of which Tucker has now issued 6 of this year in 8 1/3 innings. Righty fires, and he misses high and in. 3 balls and no strikes, another fastball there. And on that last pitch, Tucker kind of put on his best Edwin Diaz impression, where he really stretched out his arms, got kind of funky with the movement. A lot of action in his wrists. Comes from an average 3/4 arm slot. Delivers the 3-0. And hits the inside corner with a fastball for a strike, 3-1. Man on first, 2 away. No score bottom of the first inning here at the Orchard. Pippins have taken each of the first 2 games of this series after a 9-game losing streak. Bells need to win. This ball's grounded left side for the shortstop Kretschmar. Takes it on a backhand. Tough off-balance throw to first. And he's able to beat Welch by a step. Nice play at short by Kretschmar. And the Pippins strand a 2-out walk here in the bottom of the first. We go to the second inning at the Orchard. No score between the Pippins and the Bellingham Bells on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy. But he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions. Or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Carrying top-notch supplies for more than 70 years in the Yakima Valley. Your hometown Ace Hardware stores in Yakima and Natchez provide attentive customer service and the best brands for all your home improvement project needs. Roy's Ace Hardware in downtown Yakima, Hometown Ace Hardware in Tieton Village in Yakima, and Oak Creek Hardware in Natchez also has fishing, hunting, landscaping, and cleaning equipment. Ace Hardware. Hardware supplies and competitive prices.
Cole Hinkleman leads off the top of the second for the Bells in a scoreless ball game as we go to the second here in Yakima. A.J. Wood, the right-hander, to face Hinkleman, left-handed hitting left fielder. Infield, outfield, straightaway, normal depth. Righty sets, head high. Kicks and the first pitch. Fastball taken up high, pulls Hormel out of the crouch, and it's 1-0 on Hinkleman. Wood sets, now the 1-0. Fastball fouled back to the top of the screen and then bounces just out of the hands of a fan seated in the second row near the Pippins dugout on the third base line. Man, it popped right in his hands, right out, but he was able to pick it up off the ground, and he's got himself a West Coast League souvenir, proudly inscripted by Commissioner Rob Nyer, who I believe is in Portland today. Interesting stuff happening down in Portland today between the Bells and the Corvallis Knights. No score, top of the second. Nobody on, nobody out for Hinkleman. Here's the 1-1 from A.J. And there's a hard chopper down the third base line. Foul out of play, 1-2. Should remind you that the second inning is brought to you by Pingree Ford, your trusted Ford dealership in Sela, with an extensive new and pre-owned inventory. Visit Pingree Ford at 102 West Natchez Avenue in Sela when you're looking for your next vehicle. A ball and 2 strikes, nobody on, nobody out. Pippins stranded a 2-out base runner in the bottom of the first. Now Wood with the pitch. Here's a breaking ball, hit high in the air and foul back out of play down the third base line. And the count is 1-2 on Hinkleman, who will be a freshman at Stanford in the fall. Left-handed swinger from Sammamish, Washington. Here's the kick and the 1-2. And there's a foul tip back into the glove on an off-speed pitch. Strike 3. It's the first strikeout for Wood, and the first down here at the top of the second, 1 down. Now with one out, the base is empty, and a scoreless game, top of the second. Here's Danny Martin, the catcher. Or he's a catcher, but he is the DH today for the Bells. Hitting .220 on the year, no homers, and 6 RBIs for the Miami native. Right-handed hitter with an even stance. The navy blue socks pulled up high above his traveling gray pants. Righty versus righty. Wood kicks and delivers the first pitch, and there's a slider that misses away 1-0. Started to talk about what they're doing in Portland today. So right now the Pickles and the Bell and the Corvallis Knights are just about done. In the bottom of the 8th inning, Corvallis 9, Portland 3 of a regular West Coast League game that counts in the standings. Here's the 1-0. There's a swing and a miss at a high fastball. Man, he blew that one right by him, and the count's 1-1. Nobody on, 1 out. Scoreless ball game here, top of the second. And the deal is that later tonight, those two teams will play an exhibition game, and they're calling it 2050 baseball. They're traveling into the future. I'll give you the rules in a second. It's pretty neat what they're doing tonight at Walker Stadium. Infield, outfield, straight away. The kick in the 1-1. And there's a fastball that misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. So this is obviously an exhibition game. They're having some weird rules in this exhibition. One of them is that in the odd innings, 3rd, 5th, and 7th, the batters can run the bases the opposite way if they so choose, meaning 3rd to 2nd to 1st. The 2-1, a fastball misses high and outside, and the count now 3-1 on Martin. 1 out, the base is clear, no score, top of the second. They have something called a yellow bonus ball that can be used maximum twice per inning, 7 times per team in the game. If you throw it, a strike, an immediate out, a ball, an immediate walk. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a foul tip back to the backstop on an outside off-speed pitch, 3-2. And any base hit against the bonus ball is double the value. So if you were to hit a single, it'd be a double. And if you were to hit a triple, it would essentially count as a home run and a double. 6 bases. 8 defenders in the field. You have 2 DHs. And there's no set positions, which technically in real baseball there aren't either. But they can have them anywhere. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Wood delivers. And misses down and away with a slider. A 1-out walk to Martin. And now Nick DiNicola comes to the plate. 1 on, 1 out. In a scoreless ball game here at the top of the second. And now pitching coach Rob Hippie out to the mound to talk with A.J. Wood, who's just walked his second batter of this inning. A couple of other interesting rules about this Futures game. 15-second pitch clock. Automatic ball if not thrown. 7-inning game. If it's tied after 7, they'll have a home run derby to decide it. A bunt hit is an automatic double. A bunted foul ball is an automatic out. And they'll have a halftime in the middle of the 4th inning, a 15-minute break for fireworks. The game will stop. Should be fun in Portland. Seems like a interesting setup down at Walker Stadium. One on, 1 out. Scoreless ball game here in the top of the second from Yakima. Appreciate everybody tuning in on an Independence Day matinee. Wood readies for his first offering to DiNicola. First appearance of the season for the backstop. First pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. A fastball down and in to the New Jersey native. Went to the same high school as Rick Porcello. Toss over to first, nothing doing. Righty versus righty, 1 on, 1 out. Wood at the ready. Here's the pitch. And that one misses down and away with an off speed, and it's a ball and a strike. Nick DiNicola will transfer to Oklahoma State in the fall. A lot of connections between Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, and the Bells. Really slight lead off of first for Martin. Held on by DiCarlo. Closed off stance. Here goes the runner, and there's a ground ball hit up the middle and through the vacated spot by Welch, who had went to cover the base. So Martin gets all the way to third, and it's a single for Nick DiNicola to put runners on the corners with one out, and that was really, really well played by the Bells. Welch, who would have been in perfect position to at least get one out, if not two, on that play, had moved to cover the base, and that left room open for Martin to hustle around and head to third. So now runners on the corners, one out. Scoreless ball game here, top of the second. And the 9-hitter Christian DiCochea at the plate. Right-handed swinger, 0 for 7 on the season so far. Base hit should give the Bells the lead. Meddings in on the grass at third, the first pitch. A fastball that misses a hair outside, a ball, no strikes. Middle infield plays at double play depth. The ground ball could end this inning. The Pippins have had their fair share of struggles turning double plays, though, this season. Wood sets the 1-0. Misses high and in with a fastball. 2 balls and no strikes. Wood ready. Here's the 2-0. Runner takes off from second. There's a swing and a miss. Hormel fakes a throw down to second. And a wise move by a catcher who has not been in catcher's gear in a long time, as he understood not to throw down to second and risk Martin taking off for home, and wasn't going to get DiNicola anyway, who steals his first base of the summer. Now 2 in scoring position, 1 out. Corners in for the Pippins. No score, top of the second. Wood comes ready. Right-hander sets chin high. The leg kick and the pitch. Fastball hits the knees. Strike 2 called. Well-spotted fastball from the tall righty. Two-two pitch coming. Runners at second and third after a walk and a single. Time called at home plate by Alex Salterio, the home plate umpire. DiCochea back into the box. Chokes up slightly on the tan bat. Stands tall in the box. Very slight crouch to the knees. Wood sets, and the 2-2. Got him to foul the slider back to the screen. And it remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 runners in scoring position, just 1 out here in the top of the second. No score between the Pippins and the Bells on Independence Day. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss at a high fastball, strike 3. Blew it right by him, and a big second out for Wood. And while the damage is not completely in the rearview mirror, with Guthrie Morrison, the really good hitting leadoff man at the top, it's now a lot easier. 2 in scoring position, 2 down. No score, top of the second. Wood delivers. And a fastball at the knees for a strike, 0-1. I did mention it last inning. Wood has one of the better fastballs on this team. It's 87, 89. He's touched 91 in the past, not this summer, but he has at times been into the low 90s. It's just spotting it consistently and throwing strikes with breaking balls. Meddings comes in at third. Here's the 0-1. There was a slider that missed down and away. Good stop by Hormel. 1 ball and 1 strike. I imagine one of the more unique situations that Hormel or the coaching staff has ever really been involved in, having a guy who's not a catcher catching. That's where the Pippins are at this point in the year. 2 in scoring position, 2 down. No score in the second. The pitch. 1-1 breaking ball, hit towards third, picked up by Meddings. Just a step to the left of the bag. He throws on a first in time, and the Pippins get out of a jam. No runs for the Bells on one hit, no errors. They leave two men stranded in scoring position, and we go to the home half of the second in a scoreless ball game here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong. Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
With savory entrees and specialty drinks, Tailgaters provides something for customers of all ages. Cheer on your favorite team in the restaurant while experiencing 1950s charm with a modern twist. Visit Tailgaters Bar and Grill today, located at 110 East 3rd Avenue at Viking Village in Sela. Tailgaters Bar and Grill.
Brady Hormel to lead it off in the bottom of the second inning. He'll be followed by Zach Meddings and Nick Israel in a scoreless ball game here at the Orchard. Cole Tucker back to the mound for his second inning of work. Right-hander versus left-hander. The third baseman Viola even with the bag. Here's the first pitch, and a fastball misses in the right-handed batter's box. 1-0 to Hormel. Brady 4 for his first 14 on the season. That's a .286 batting average. No homers and a couple of RBIs for the Clovis, California native. Kicking the 1-0, and there's a high fastball. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Up at helmet level for Hormel, the green helmets for the Pippins. Navy blue caps with the teal jerseys for Bellingham. Here's the pitch. A fastball misses down and away. 3 balls and no strikes from Cole Tucker, of no relation to major leaguer Cole Tucker, a shortstop for the Pittsburgh Pirates. 3-0. There's a fastball on the outer third for a strike, 3-1. Nobody on, nobody out. Just getting underway here in the top of the second inning, the bottom of the second inning, I beg your pardon. No score between the Pippins and the Bells. Bells have stranded 2 runners in each of the first 2 innings as Hormel lifts the 3-1 out to left center field. Hinkleman to his left has room and puts it away in the gap. Shoulder high, 1 away. It'll bring up Zach Meddings. Meddings steps in with the bases empty, 1 down. No score, bottom of the second. Getting the start at third today and has looked pretty good over there for a guy who made each of his first 2 starts with the Pippins in the outfield. Right on right, Tucker off the middle of the rubber. Left leg kick and the pitch. Dots the inside corner with a fastball for a strike, 0-1. Meddings 2 for his first 12 on the year. That's a .167 batting average. 0-1 breaking ball misses way high. Gets Di Nicola out of the crouch. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tall, lanky right-handed hitter with a slightly closed-off stance. Middle infielders play deep on the edge of the grass. The pitch. There's a fastball in the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. Here's the kick and the 2-1. There's a soft line drive right at DiCoche, the second baseman on the outfield grass. He reaches up and puts it away. And that's 2 quick and easy outs for Cole Tucker here in the bottom of the second. Now Nick Israel will hit. Israel, the switch hitter, bats left-handed. Base is empty, 2 down. No score, bottom of the second here from the Orchard. Nick, who is 4 of 17 on the year, hitting .235, no homers and no RBIs. Second straight day as the starting DH. First pitch to him, swings and misses at a high fastball, strike one called. And Tucker so far, not throwing a whole lot of strikes, but has been able to record outs. Just one walk, the only base runner against him so far. There's a line shot out towards center. That makes it 2 base runners as Israel dumps a single into center field in front of Guthrie Morrison. And a 2-out base knock for the Pippins DH, the first hit of the ball game for Yakima Valley. Now Christian Padilla to the plate. Christian, who did not play in yesterday's game, gets the start in left field today. Pippins just trying a lot of things on the defensive side of the ball as they look to figure out what lineup alignments, what defensive alignments work headed into the second half of the season. First pitch to Padilla on the inside corner with an off-speed offering for a strike, 0-1. Runner on first, 2 down. No score here in the bottom of the second. Righty on righty. Here's the pitch from Tucker. He fires and misses up high with a fastball to push the count to 1-1. Second half starts tomorrow in Portland, and have mentioned it before, but just peeking at the schedule, it sure appears like the Pippins have an easier road to the playoffs in the second half. Slight lead off of first for Israel with 2 down, and he draws a throw but dives back in safely. No score here in the second. 1 on, 2 outs. They don't have to play Bellingham. They don't have to play Corvallis at all in the second half. The 1-1. There's a drive, well foul, but hit really hard off to the left side. I would love to see the exit velocity on that. That thing got off the bat in a hurry. And it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Israel at first after a single in a center. A scoreless ball game here, bottom of the second inning. Tucker out of the stretch, although he doesn't really have a defined windup. He kicks with another 2-strike offering and gets Padilla to chase a breaking ball in the dirt. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, the second strikeout for Tucker. The first one. And the Pippins stranded 2-out single. We're through 2 here at the Orchard. No score on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Planet Fitness is the one and only judgment-free zone. That means for just $10 a month, you can work out at your own pace and just do you. However you want, whenever you want. Get free fitness training and tons of cardio and strength equipment, plus a totally friendly staff for just $10 a month with absolutely no judgment. We want you to be you for just $10 a month. Come in for a free tour or join online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness. Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
Austin Kretschmar leads it off for Bellingham as we go to the top of the third inning. No score here from the Orchard. Will be the 2-3-4 part of the Bell's order. A.J. Wood back out to the mound. He's worked around quite a bit of trouble in each of the first 2 innings, but no runs across. Right-hander delivers the first pitch, and it is bunted foul down the third base line. Not a very good bunt from Kretschmar on a pitch that was pretty hard to bunt high and in, and it's 0-1 on the Bell's shortstop. Troy Viola, Derek Marshall to follow in this inning, and it's Viola that went and retrieved the bat from the on-deck circle and handed it back to Kretschmar, who bounced out to Zach Meddings at third back in the first inning, 0 for 1. Meddings right now comes in just on the edge of the infield grass. Everybody else is deep on the infield. The pitch, high and in, bends Kretschmar out of the way, and it's 1-1. Kind of been a similar outing for both A.J. Wood of the Pippins and Cole Tucker for the Bells. Neither has given up any runs, but both has escaped a lot of trouble because they haven't been able to throw consistent strikes. 1-1 with the bases empty, nobody out. Fastball taken outside, 2 balls and a strike. In the top of the third, no score here from the Orchard. Last game of the first half for the Pippins. They hit the road tomorrow morning, head down to Portland to open up a 3-game series at Walker Stadium. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball misses outside, 3 balls and a strike. Wood has walked a batter in each of the first 2 innings. Now the 3-1. Fastball lifted in the air, right center field, but playable for Andrews, who ambles over to his right. In the gap, he reaches up and makes the glove side hat-high grab. And there's the first out of the top of the third for Wood. Now Troy Viola will hit. One out, nobody on. Here's the set and the first pitch. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0. It's down and away, 2 balls and no strikes. Viola hits from the right side. Flied to right in his first at-bat. Nobody on, 1 out, no score in the third. Both teams with a hit. The Bells with a couple. They stranded 2 runners in the first and 2 in the second as well. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Good slider. Didn't break as much as he maybe would have wanted to, but it's on the outside third, and there's a called strike 1 to push the count to 2-1 on Viola. Native of Bend, Oregon. Leads the West Coast League with his 5 home runs, including a walk-off homer he hit on Sunday against Portland. The 2-1. Off speed, hits the outside corner for a strike. A really delayed call by Alex Salterio behind the plate on a pitch that was most definitely a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases empty, 1 away. The infield playing deep and straight away. The outfield is straight away at normal depth. 2-2 to the right-hand swinger. And he takes a slider in the dirt, down and away, 3-2. And it was one of the first times today that Hormel's really had to go reaching for one. Here's the 3-2 on the way. Wood with the pitch. High pop-up, shallow center. Cobb, the shortstop, goes out, makes the catch. Shallow center field, 2 outs.
Now batting for the Bells, the first baseman, Derek Marshall.
Base is clear, 2 down. The pitch to Marshall. Right-hand hitter takes down and away for a ball, 1-0. Wood trying to set down the side, 1-2-3 for the first time tonight. Marshall walked in his first at-bat, digs in with the bases empty, 2 down. No score, top of the third here at the Orchard. Here's the kick and the 1-0. And there's a drive to left. Sends back Padilla, who does a full 360, but finds room and finds the ball in left field and makes the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 top of the third for A.J. Wood. At the end of 2.5 here at the Orchard, still no score between the Bells and the Pippins on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
No score between the Pippins and the Bells as we go to the bottom of the third. Eddie Pelk to lead it off for Yakima Valley. First at bat in a Pippins uniform for Pelk, and the left-handed hitter takes a fastball outside from Cole Tucker back out on the mound for his third inning of work. 1 ball, no strikes on Eddie. 9-1-2 for the Pippins here in the third in a scoreless game. The 1-0. Swing and a miss on an outside fastball. Now the count even at 1-1 on the Huntington Beach, California native. Dress graduated from Huntington Beach High School. Headed to the University of San Diego in the fall. The 1-1. And a changeup misses down and away from Tucker. 2 balls and a strike. Pelk, who was teammates in high school with former Pippin Josh Hahn, very talented freshman who had an elbow problem and went home a couple of weeks ago. Tucker's 2-1. There's a ball spiked foul to the top of the screen and then lands in the seats where it nearly hit a fan who wasn't paying attention. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pelk is going to be a two-way player in college, but more than likely, at least for now, just going to hit for the Pippins. He's also a left-handed pitcher. The 2-2. Breaking ball, hit right side, past the dive of the second baseman, D. Cochea, and it lands in right field, and Eddie Pelk gets his Pippins career started with a base knock. And that's how the bottom of the third gets going for Yakima Valley. Now back to the top of the order for the hot bat of Owen Cobb, who popped out on the first pitch he saw in the first, and I'm guessing that he's going to want to put together a longer at-bat here against Tucker in the third. 1 on, nobody out. No score here in the last half of the third. Viola at third comes in on the grass, shielding against a potential bunt. Tucker readies and delivers. Misses high and inside with a pitch to Cobb. 1 ball, no strikes. The middle infield lines up at double play depth, trying to turn 2. Marshall holds Pelk at first. He has a slight lead. Not really sure if he's fast or not, but he's in center field, so he's got to have some sort of range. Kick in the 1-0, bounced on the ground towards third, just over the glove of Viola. It rolls into left field. Pelk around second, he digs for third. Cobb going for second, the throw in from left field, not in time, and the Pippins have the first 2 on in scoring position with no outs here in the bottom of the third.
Now batting for the Pippins, the right fielder, Noah Andrews.
And they score that in error. So Cobb gets to second on the E5, Pelk up to third. And even though it's an error, Cobb did hit that ball pretty hard. Now Noah Andrews has a chance So you give the Pippins the lead here with 2 in scoring position, nobody out in the bottom of the third. Wide open stance from the right side for Noah. Corners in for the Bells. First pitch. Comes in and hits him on the shoulder. That wasn't even close. And the bases are loaded with nobody out for Nick DiCarlo. DiCarlo, a right-handed hitter, walked in his first time against Tucker. Bases loaded, nobody out, bottom of the third. No score between the Pippins and the Bells. Corners in for Bellingham, the middle infield stays back. Trying to turn 2, the pitch. I'm not even sure what that was, an off-speed pitch that missed way high and sent Di Nicola springing out of the crouch. 1 ball, no strikes. Tucker delivers the 1-0. That misses in the dirt. Another pitch that wasn't even close. 2-0. And now this is going to prompt a mound visit from Bells manager Bob Miller. Has not been a good go of things recently from Cole Tucker, but there's nobody in the bullpen right now for Bellingham. Excuse me, this is pitching coach Jim Clem that's out to the mound. Bases loaded, nobody out in a scoreless game in the bottom of the third. Elsewhere in the West Coast League, that one other game, Corvallis picks up their 12th straight win, beating Portland 10-3 in Portland. The Pickles are coming to the close of their first half. They, like the Pippins, were not super impressive in the first half. 9-17 was their final record in the first half. They lost 5 in a row to close out the half. And the only meeting between the two teams will be the next 3 days in Portland. Bases still loaded, nobody out. Pippins trying to take the lead in a scoreless game. The pitch to DiCarlo comes high and in. Nick says it hit him, and they're giving him first base. It's a go-ahead hit by pitch by Nick DiCarlo on a ball that came high and in, hit him on the wrist. Eddie Pelk scores, and it's 1-0 Pippins here in the first. How about that? A go-ahead hit by pitch for Nick DiCarlo, back-to-back hit batsman, and now a lefty starts to warm in the bullpen for Bellingham. That's Will Dennis that's getting loose. As Aiden Welch comes to the plate. The first pitch. Welch takes inside. That nearly grazed him, but he was able to dive out of the way. 1 ball, no strikes on Welch. Back-to-back hit by pitches have brought in a run for the Pippins. Bases still loaded, no outs. 1-0 the Pippins lead bottom third. Here's the 1-0. Change up taken for a strike at the knees. A ball and a strike on Aiden Welch. Welch, the second baseman today for the Pippins. Got DiCarlo at first, Andrews at second, Cobb at third. Tucker with the 1-1. And he rolls this one foul back to the backstop. 1-2 on Welch. The corners are in here for Bellingham with nobody out. As a fighter jet really, really close, it's flying over the ballpark. That plane is incredibly low right now. I think that's a helicopter actually circling over the ballpark. I mean, that is really low. Here's the 1-2. Fastball up high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That can't be safe how low that plane is. Pippins with a run across this inning on a hit by pitch. Bases juice, nobody out. Tucker with the 2-2. Leg kick and the pitch. And there's a ground ball hit to shortstop. Kretschmar fields, flips to second for 1. The relay on to first. In time, a double play, but a run is in. No RBI for Aiden Welch as Owen Cobb trots in from third. Welch does bring home a run, and it's now 2-0 Pippins on the 6-4-3 double play. And with 2 away, it'll bring up Brady Hormel. DiCarlo out at second. Andrews gets the third. Cobb scores. And a runner at third. 2 outs for Hormel. 2-0 Pippins lead in the third. Here's the pitch from Tucker. Way outside and sprung Di Nicola back from out of the crouch to prevent that one from getting to the backstop. And the Pippins strike first in their bid to sweep The Bellingham Bells headed into the second half of the season. And what a dramatic turnaround it's been the last 3 days. The 1-0 to Hormel. Taken down and away with a fastball. He throws up his right hand to keep Andrews tight to the bag at third as Will Dennis, a lefty with control problems of his own, gets warm in the bullpen, along with a righty we saw the other day, Brendan Argomanis. Tucker with the 2-0. Fastball misses low and outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Andrews at third. He reached on a hit by pitch. After an error and a single, got 2 on for the Pippins in this inning, both of whom later scored to make it a 2-0 ball game. Man at third, 2 down. Here's Tucker's 3-0. Fastball on the outside corner. It was pretty clear Hormel was not going to swing at anything with the way Tucker's been missing the zone. It's now 3-1. And it wouldn't shock me if Hormel watches this one as well. He's 0 for 1 with a flyout so far today. Here's the kick and the 3-1. Fastball taken outside, ball 4. The third free base of the inning given up by Tucker. A walk after a couple of hit by pitches. Now Zach Meddings will hit with runners on the corners and 2 down. And Bellingham is just shooting themselves in the foot. With a loss today, they'll need to sweep Victoria on the road if they want to win the first half of the North Division. Here's the pitch. Meddings hits it softly out towards shallow right field. Nobody gets there. It drops in between the second baseman and the right fielder. Now they've got Hormel caught at third. They throw and the tag, and he is out. But a run is in to score. Noah Andrews comes in from third on the RBI single for Meddings. And we go to the 4th inning. Pippins leading 3-0 here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Our staff loves baseball. Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions. Or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever, or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
We go to the 4th. The Pippins holding on to their first lead of the ball game as they lead it 3-0 over the Bellingham Bells after a big bottom of the 3rd. 3 runs came home on a hit by pitch, a double play, and a bloop single in a right center field. Doesn't always have to be pretty as long as it works. And now the Pippins leading by a score of 3-0. A.J. Wood back to the mound. He'll get the 5, 6, 7 part of the order for Bellingham here in the 4th. 4th inning brought to you by Les Schwab. They set the standard for tire service more than 65 years ago, and they continue to go out of their way to keep you on your way. With 3 locations in Yakima and Sela, the dedicated professionals at Les Schwab provide useful advice and excellent service every day. At Les Schwab, doing the right thing matters. First pitch of the 4th inning to Jack Macdoff is ripped into right field, bounces in front of Andrews and rolls off the base of the wall. Macdoff around first, he goes to second with a stand-up leadoff double on the first pitch of the top of the 4th. And a man in scoring position for Bellingham here trailing 3-0. First extra base hit of the series for Macdoff, who got a piece of a Wood fastball that was left over the plate. Struck it pretty well. Now Henkelman bats. Left-handed hitter. Struck out in his first at-bat against Wood. as right-hander Mark Wanarovic warms in the bullpen for the Pippins, who pitched yesterday in relief. AJ set, a turn and a look to second, and the pitch to Hinkleman. Taken outside, a ball with no strikes. Cole, left-handed hitter, stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, 215 pounds, and now Owen Cobb, the shortstop for the Pippins, comes in to note something to A.J. Wood real fast. Runs back out to second, where he's keeping Maktoff close to the bag. Tall left-handed hitter Hinkleman. He's built, kind of almost looks, resembles like a young Christian Yelich. Here's the turn and the 1-0. Backdoor breaking ball on the outside corner for a called strike one, and it's 1-1 on Hinkleman, who gave a look back to home plate umpire Alex Salterio, kind of wondering almost where that pitch missed, or hit exactly. One in scoring position, nobody out. 3-0 Pippins on top here in the fourth. Wood gives a turn and a look to second. Now steps up, tosses to second, and Cobb can't hold on to the throw. It rolls into center field, and Maktoff gets to third base on the error. First of the game by the Pippins. And now all Hinkleman needs to do is put a ball in play to bring home a run. And E1 on A.J. Wood. Meddings will come in at third. DiCarlo plays a tad in at first as well. Wood at the ready. The pitch. Swing and a miss on an outside fastball. And the count 1-2. Hinkleman, who went down swinging his first time. Behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strikeout would be big here. The man at third, less than 2 outs. The 1-2 from A.J. Soft fly ball. Flied left side out of play, foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning. Jack Maktoff, after a double and an error, is at third. Danny Martin and then Nick DiNicola to follow, both of whom have reached in their only trips today for the Bells. Wood readies, letter high. The kick and the 1-2. And there's a fastball, skips in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tried to get a chase. Was unable to do so. Now the Pippins all standing in the bullpen, so would have to think if Wood can't get anything done here, it might be his last batter. Pitch, grounded down the first baseline, foul, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Here's the set and the 2-2. Wood delivers. Fastball misses up high, and the count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Wood struggling a little bit to throw strikes right now. Here's the 3 ball, 2 strike pitch. A.J. delivers. And a fastball misses up high, ball 4. He walked him. Third walk of the day from Wood, and now runners on the corners. Nobody out for Danny Martin, who was one of those other walk victims. Now pitching coach Rob Hippie out to the mound to talk with A.J. Wood, and you wonder if this might be a call to the bullpen as Mark Wanarovic is ready down the third base line. It seems eager to come into the game. Whole infield comes in. Sure looks like A.J. Wood is exiting this game here in the third. And Coach Hippie takes the ball from him. And Mark Wanarovic entering in the game for the Pippins. Pitching change. We'll take a break here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
Months, then a great scoop of Baskin-Robbins ice cream. Your Baskin-Robbins store right here in Yakima on South 1st Street proudly supports Yakima Valley Pippins baseball. Make sure you stop by and grab a cup or cone of your favorite Baskin-Robbins flavor at the South 1st location. And then, next time you're at Yakima County Stadium, try out their awesome baseball medley. Baskin-Robbins ice cream and Pippins baseball will make your summer memorable.
Mark Wojnarowicz takes over on the mound for the Pippins. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Here in the top of the fourth with Yakima Valley leading Bellingham 3-0. And the right-hander makes his 8th appearance of the season. Pitched last night in relief against Bellingham, an inning and 2/3. Scoreless with 2 strikeouts. He's 3-3 on the year, a 4.87 ERA. 24 innings of work, 19 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .292 off of the Southern California native. And he'll face Danny Martin, a right-handed hitter, to get things going here with Jack Mactoff at third after a double and an error, and Cole Hinkleman at first after a walk from A.J. Wood, who exits after 3+ innings, 3 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, currently no earned runs, but responsible for both runners on base. And right-hander Ty Pullman is loosening in the bullpen for the Pippins right now. Right-on-right matchup. Long lean in. The tall righty who looks to first base. Delivers the first pitch. And there's a hard ground ball towards second for Welch. Flips to the shortstop for one. Cobb out at first. And it's a double play. 4-6-3. Welch to Cobb to DiCarlo. A run does come in to score for Bellingham to make it 3-1. Well, that's a big first out for Mark Wojnarowicz. First 2 outs, really. And now to bring up Nick DiNicola with 2 down. And you don't see that too often. Back-to-back innings. A double play that brought home a run, so no RBI on the play. And the run charged is unearned to A.J. Wood, so his final line, 3 1/3 innings, or 3+ innings, 3 hits, an unearned run, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. First pitch to Nick DiNicola, A slider that misses up high. 1-0 from Wojnarowicz. Bases clear, 2 down. A 3-1 ball game here in the top half of the 4th inning. Mark Pierce home. The righty is set. Kicks and fires. And a slider missed way inside and hit DiNicola on his shoulder, so he's down to first with a hit-by pitch. And it will bring Christian DiCochea to the plate. Here's the first pitch to DiCochea, down and on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Hot day here in the Valley. It's been a cool summer, but really hot today. Here's the 0-1. Smacked foul off towards the right side, and it is 0-2. A run in this inning for Bellingham as they get 2 arms loose in the bullpen. Bells really need this game. Doesn't mean a whole lot for the Pippins with the second half beginning tomorrow. 3-1 the count. Man on first, 2 down. Wojnarowicz delivers, and there's a slider that was nowhere close, bounces in the dirt and rolls all the way to the backstop Hormel couldn't stop that, so DiNicola gets to second with 2 down. And a base hit should score him on a wild, wild pitch. And that'll get the right-hander back on the mound. Here's the kick and the 1-2 pitch. Fastball at the knees, strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Mark Wanarovich allows 1 run to score. It was charged to A.J. Wood after an error, but nothing more here in the top of the 4th inning. We go to the bottom half of the 4th, 3-1 Pippins lead on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong. Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Top-notch supplies for more than 70 years in the Yakima Valley. Your hometown Ace Hardware stores in Yakima and Natchez provide attentive customer service and the best brands for all your home improvement project needs. Roy's Ace Hardware in downtown Yakima, Hometown Ace Hardware in Tieton Village in Yakima, and Oak Creek Hardware in Natchez also has fishing, hunting, landscaping, and cleaning equipment. Ace Hardware, hardware supplies and competitive prices.
We go to the bottom of the 4th, and a new pitcher into the game for the Bells. It's the tall lefty, Will Dennis, making his 7th appearance of the season. 0-1 with a 2.25 ERA, 10 strikeouts, 10 walks over 8 innings of work. Opponents hitting .087 off of the southpaw, who, as long as he throws strikes, chances to be pretty good, but that was the issue with Cole Tucker, the starter, who exits after 3 innings, and we'll see if the left-hander Dennis is any better. He'll face 7, 8, 9 for the Pippins. Nick Israel, Christian Padilla, and Eddie Pelk. Dennis, a sophomore out of Oklahoma. Tall lefty, 6'4", 205. The first pitch. Misses outside for a ball, 1-0. Nick Israel, who singled into center in his first at-bat. Switch hitter bats right-handed for the first time today. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses down low. 2 balls, no strikes. Infield, outfield, straight away, normal depth on Israel, whose curly golden blonde hair flows out beneath the back of his green batting helmet. Dennis is 2-0. There's a line shot in towards center field. Morrison over and won't make the play. That drops in for a single. And the second hit of the day for Nick Israel, a leadoff base runner for the Pippins in the bottom of the 4th. And it brings up Christian Padilla. Left fielder for the Pippins, struck out in his first at-bat. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken high, 1 ball, no strikes. To Christian Padilla, the right-handed hitting left fielder for the Pippins. 1 on, nobody out. 3-1 ball game in the bottom of the 4th. The Pippins gave up a run in the bottom half. Runner takes off, and there's a ground ball hit foul down the third base line, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Padilla. The 1-1 on the way. Here's the pitch. Padilla takes a changeup at the knees for a strike, a ball, and 2 strikes on Christian, who had been dealing with a hamstring injury but is now back to full strength. Here's the pitch. Foul to the backstop, and it's 1-2 on the right-hand hitter. The pitch. Line shot, fouled on the third base line. Oh man, that was really close to being a fair ball. Padilla missed it by about an inch. And it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody on. Excuse me, nobody out, 1 on. Here's the pitch. Left-hander delivers. Throw over to first and nothing doing by Israel. Dennis is set. His 1-2. Way outside with an off-speed pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's the big thing with Dennis. He only pitched 1 inning in the spring for Oklahoma. 2 appearances, an ERA of 27. Walked 1. Opponents hit pretty well off of him. Over 400 against the southpaw. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got it with an off-speed high in the zone. And Padilla down swinging for the 2nd time tonight. First strikeout for Will Dennis and 1 away for Eddie Pelk. Pelk hits from the left side with 1 on, 1 out. Pippins leading at 3-1, bottom of the 4th inning. Left-handed hitter from Huntington Beach, California. Middle infield at double play depth. Dennis looks to first. Now delivers. And shows bunt on a pitch that comes high and in for a ball, 1-0. Pelk singled to the right side in his first at-bat. Gets the signs from Marcus McKimmey down the third base line. I think it's a little curious that in a game that you're just trying to get guys at-bats, you'd try and lay down a bunt, but it is what it is. Dennis delivers the 1-0. And a changeup, hits the knees for strike 1. Count even at a ball and a strike on Eddie Pelk, making his Pippins debut. He's been on the team for a couple days, but this is his first time in the lineup. And the 1-1 pitch. Toss over to first, and Israel walks back into the bag as right-hander John Kelly, who was originally set to start yesterday, but was scratched due to a stomach issue, warming up in the bullpen for Bellingham. Dennis with the 1-1. High and in with a curveball. 2 balls and a strike. It's been the big problem for Dennis this year, is just throwing strikes consistently. His last outing against Portland on Friday, an inning and a third, 3 strikeouts, as DiNicola walks out to the mound to talk to him. That was his best outing of the year, mostly because it was his first this year in which he has not issued a walk. Left-hander versus left-hander again. Here's the pitch. High and away for a ball, 3-1. Slight lead off of first for Israel. Here's the 3-1. Down low, ball 4. Missed with a fastball, and Pelk, his Pippins debut, has reached twice. It'll bring up the top of the order in Owen Cobb.
Now batting for the Pippins, the shortstop, Owen Cobb.
Cobb, a right-handed hitter, bats with one out, 2 on. Pippins leading it 3-1 in the top of the 4th. Here's the pitch. That's high and outside, ball 1. Missed with a fastball. Cobb 0 for 2 today has popped out and reached and scored on an error in 2 trips to the plate. And now D. Nicola with his second mound visit in the last 4 pitches to talk. The left-hander Dennis gives him a quick word and jogs back to behind the plate. Turning a look to second. Here's the 1-0. Dennis delivers. That's inside and drills Cobb on his shoulder. And the bases are now loaded after a hit by pitch and a walk for Noah Andrews in a similar situation to an inning ago. And now Bob Miller out of the dugout for Bellingham, and he is pointing down towards the bullpen, trying to get right-hander John Kelly loose as quickly as possible. Noah Andrews, the hitter, bases loaded. 1 out. Pippins leading 3-1 in the bottom of the 4th. And now pitching coach Jim Clem out to the mound to have a word with Dennis and perhaps take the ball from him as Kelly continues to throw in the bullpen. And they're pointing towards the pen. So that's it for Will Dennis. He gets 1 out and exits with the bases loaded. Pippins leading 3-1. New pitcher into the game after this on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Dickey's Barbecue in Rainier Square
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
New pitcher into the game for Bellingham here with the bases loaded, 1 out in the 4th, and it's a guy that we were supposed to see yesterday, John Kelly, a right-hander making his 3rd appearance of the season. No record, an 8.3 ERA, 3 strikeouts, 4 walks for Kelly over 4 1/3 innings of relief. Opponents hit .267 off of the sophomore at Oklahoma State, native to Rutherford, New Jersey. Last pitched on June 23rd against Bend. 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, and a strikeout. And he enters in a key spot here with Bellingham needing to avoid the Pippins breaking this one open. Noah Andrews set to bat with the bases loaded and 1 out. Kelly, the righty, fires in his final warm-up toss. And now he'll face Noah Andrews. With Israel at second, Pelk with Israel at third, Pelk at second, Cobb at first. It was a single, a walk, and a hit by pitch, all off of Will Dennis, who also got a strikeout of Christian Padilla and has since exited the game. Right versus right. As Kelly, who stands 5'11", 173 pounds, settles himself in from the middle of the pitching rubber. Sets. Now delivers the first offering, and Andrews takes a fastball down low for a ball, 1-0. Noah was hit by a pitch and scored in the third, has also bounced out to third. The set and the 1-0. Kelly fires. And there's a ground ball through the right side and into right field, a base hit. Israel scores from third. Pilk gets the wave around. Makdoff's throw, not in time. It skips in front of the plate. It's a 2-run single for Noah Andrews. And the Pippins extend their lead to 5-1. Cobb makes it up to third. And both runs charged to Will Dennis as the Pippins start to break this one open. 5-1 the score. It has been a tough series for Bellingham all throughout. It continues here. Now Nick DiCarlo comes to the plate after the 2 RBI single from Noah Andrews, his 4th and 5th RBIs of the year. Now faces DiCarlo, who has been walked and hit by a pitch in 2 trips today. Kelly sets. His pitch as Andrews takes off for second. Outside, the throw to second, wide and into center field. Cobb scores. Andrews has to hold at second. A stolen base and a throwing error from DiNicola on a throw down that wasn't even close. And the Pippins lead 6-0. First stolen base for Andrews. The count 1-0 on DiCarlo. As Cobb reaches on the error and scores. The Pippins lead 6-1. Here's the pitch. Fastball down low for a ball. And it's 2-0 on DiCarlo, right-handed hitter, the first baseman for the Pippins. They lead 6-1, bottom of the 4th. 3 runs in the 3rd, now 3 in the 4th for Yakima Valley. All 3 charged to Dennis and all earned. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Way outside, rolls all the way to the backstop, and Andrews will jog leisurely up to third. Another wild pitch here from Bell's pitching. And the Pippins in striking distance of making this a 7-1 ball game. Final line on Will Dennis, an inning and a third of an inning, 1 hit, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout for the left-hander out of Oklahoma. Now Kelly set, corners in the pitch. 3-0 in the dirt, gets all the way to the backstop. Andrews trots home and scores and makes it 7-1 Pippins on the wild pitch. And a 4-pitch walk to DiCarlo. He's now reached 3 times today. And Aiden Welch comes to the plate with 1 out. And nothing is going right now for Bellingham. It's now the 3rd time today that Nick DiCarlo has reached. 2 walks and a hit by pitch. He's at first with 1 out for Aiden Welch. Pippins leads 7-1, bottom 4. Kelly hasn't gotten an out yet. Turns and looks to first. The pitch to Welch. Fastball cut on and missed. He was behind that one, and it is 0-1. Welch has grounded out twice today, including once into a double play that brought home a run back in the 3rd. Kelly looks to first. The set. 0-1 pitch. Fastball down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. And in a lot of ways, this game is feeling kind of like the getaway game when the Pippins played in Bellingham a couple of weeks ago, which they lost 19-2. Just nothing was going right on any side of the ball. Turn and a look to first. Kelly with a pitch. 1-1. Runner takes off. Fastball in the dirt. DiNicola's throw on target, but not in time. He slides in safely. Perfect throw, but it was a second or two too late, and DiCarlo with his first swiped bag of the year. Put a man in scoring position, take away the double play possibility. Man at second, 1 down. A 4-run inning for the Pippins already. They lead 7-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. 7-1, excuse me. On Independence Day at the Orchard. Kelly looks to second and delivers the 2-1. And there's a line shot back up the middle. It bounces into center field, a base hit. DiCarlo gets the wave around third. He'll score easily ahead of the throw. Welch takes second. There's nobody covering the bag. It's an RBI single, and the Pippins lead it 8-1. And things just continue to go from bad to worse for the Bells. Still just one out recorded in this inning. And Brady Hormel comes to the plate, the 8th man to bat. And Bellingham's going to have to get something going in the bullpen. The way Kelly's been pitching. They're going to need to get something going on offense, too. Bringing home a run in the top half of the inning, but now the Pippins have added 5 more of their own, and here's Hormel, who has walked and flied out today. 2 trips to the plate. The right-hander steps off the rubber. John Kelly out of Oklahoma State. Only 1 run earned so far of the 2 he's given up. Turns and looks to second and delivers. There's a pitch down and away for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Hormel. Kelly, just like the other 2 arms that Bellingham has thrown today, has not really been able to throw consistent strikes. Here's the pitch. That's on the outside corner for a strike with an off-speed offering, 1-1. Brendan Argomanis back up in the bullpen for the Bells. Long look in. And a turn to second. Here's the 1-1 from Kelly. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. Got Hormel chasing, and it's 1-2. Kelly out of Oklahoma State, where he appeared in 6 games as a freshman. Limited time. Struck out 9, walked 5 in 5 2/3 innings. Guy who only really picked up pitching as a junior in high school after mostly being an infielder. Looks to second. Now the 1-2 pitch. That's down and in. Hormel took that one at the feet, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Welch at second after his RBI single. Pippins have also gotten RBI single from Noah Andrews in this inning, as well as multiple wild pitches, walks, and pass balls that have allowed 5 runs to come across. Still just 1 out in the frame. Kelly looks home. The set and the 2-2. He delivers. And there's a soft fly ball down the left field line. Foul out of play, and Hormel keeping himself alive. And what an interesting day for Brady Hormel. Find out you're going to catch after not doing so since Little League. And he's done a really good job behind the plate. And now the Pippins are getting some big offense, and if they can hold on, what a miraculous weekend it would have been. Or week it would have been. 3 straight wins after 9 straight losses. Runner at second, 1 down. 8-1 Pippins lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And a step off from Kelly, and he looks a runner back. The pitch. Down and in. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Hormel. Count full with 1 out. 8-1. The Pippins on top here in the bottom of the 4th. Turner will look to second. The 3-2. Hormel with a ground ball right side. Fielded by Marshall, the first baseman. He flips to Kelly, who takes it to the bag in time. 2 outs. But Welch advances to third, and now 2 down for Zach Meddings, the 9th man to hit this inning. Meddings with an RBI single back in the 3rd is also lined out today, 1 for 2. Here's the set and the first pitch. And Meddings takes a fastball up high. DiNicola swiped the glove down, trying to frame it. But no such luck. Here's the pitch. 1-0 misses downstairs for the fastball, 2-0, and Kelly just has not thrown consistent strikes tonight. 12 balls with the 19 pitches he's thrown so far. Here's the set and the 2-0. Kelly fires. That pitch misses in the dirt with a fastball. 3 balls, no strikes. Runner at third, 2 down. Pippins trailing 8-1 bottom 4, or leading 8-1 bottom 4. Set and the 3-0. Here's the pitch. That's outside, ball 4. Meddings draws a 2-out walk. And the Pippins have now batted around as Nick Israel, who led this inning off, comes back to the plate. Runners on the corners, 2 down against John Kelly, who it appears Bellingham is just going to let pitch and let him work. Israel 2 for 2 with 2 singles today. And this would really be something as Nick DiNicola goes out to talk with Kelly. Israel had a hit in this inning from the right side of the plate. Now he's batting from the left side against Kelly. Runners on the corners, 2 down. 8-1 Pippins lead in the bottom of the 4th. They have scored 5 runs this inning. See if Israel can get a hit from both sides of the plate in the same inning. The pitch misses down low with a slider, 1-0. Singled off of lefty Will Dennis to start this inning. Since then, 5 runs have scored. The Pippins 8 runs on just 6 hits. Bellingham bullpen quiet. The pitch. Slider taken on the outside edge, called to strike, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss on a low changeup, and it is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Taken just outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. DiNicola again tried to kind of whip that back into the zone and frame it, but no such luck. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball fouled on the third base line, just able to get in front of that and foul it down the left field line. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Israel with a bouncing ground ball off of Kelly's glove. Israel's got a chance to beat it out. Kelly fields, throws to first, not in time. Israel is safe. Welch scores from third. We'll see if they give him a hit. They do! Nick Israel has a hit from both sides of the plate in the same inning. As fireworks go off in the distance, they're celebrating that rare accomplishment, of course. Meddings gets to second. They do indeed give Israel the infield single. So he has singled from both sides of the plate in the same inning. How about that? The Pippins lead 9-1. Meddings gets to second as Christian Padilla comes up, who was the first out of this inning. Trying to avoid being the third out as well. Here's the set and the first pitch to Padilla. Outside with a fastball for a ball. 1-0 to Christian. Now Kelly has recorded just 1 out, given up 3 runs, 2 of them earned. Here's the kick and the 1-0. And there's a swing and a miss at a fastball. Blew it right by Padilla. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup, 1-2. Padilla trying to avoid striking out 3 times. The pitch. Fastball down and away, and it is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first and second. 2 down, Pippins leading 9-1. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Padilla swings and misses at a fastball down low. Strike 3, and the inning is over. So Christian Padilla strikes out twice in the same inning, and the Pippins tack on 6 runs as we go to the 5th inning in a 9-1 ball game on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
YMCA.
Planet Fitness is the one and only judgment-free zone. That means for just $10 a month, you can work out at your own pace and just do you, however you want, whenever you want. Get free fitness training and tons of cardio and strength equipment, plus a totally friendly staff for just $10 a month with absolutely no judgment. We want you to be you for just $10 a month. Come in for a free tour or join online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness. Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
Well, the Pippins now have a comfortable advantage as we go to the 5th inning. 9-1 Yakima Valley on top of the Bellingham Bells. And Mark Wanarobich out of the bullpen to work with a nice cushion here. Facing the top of the order, starting with Guthrie Morrison for Bellingham. And the first pitch misses high over Morrison's head. 1 ball and no strikes. Top of the order, 1-2-3 for Bellingham. Trailing by 8, 9-1. As righty Ty Pullman loosens in the Pippins bullpen. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Here's a changeup on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Austin Kretschmar, Troy Viola to follow Morrison, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. Pippins offense exploded for 6 runs in the 4th. See if Wanarobich can get them back quickly to the plate in the 5th. The 1-1. Line drive off of Wanarobich. It deflects to the second baseman Welch. Off balance throw to first. Not in time. And Morrison reaches on an infield single to lead off the top of the 5th for Bellingham. And now Austin Kretschmar will bat. He's 0 for 2. Wanarobich able to get soft contact. Man on first, nobody out. 9-1 lead for the Pippins here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch from Mark. Fastball misses up high for a ball, 1-0. Kretschmar so far today 0 for 2 has bounced out to third and flied to right in his first 2 trips to the plate. First time for him facing Mark Wanarobich, who came on in the 4th with 2 on, no out, allowed 1 run to score, but that was all. Here's 1-0. Fastball hits the inside corner, strike 1 called. 1-1 on Kretschmar. The one thing about the day games here in Yakima is it gets much hotter and does not cool down like we're used to at night. Quick peer at first. Mark at the ready. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball on the upper outside corner for a strike, 1-2. Kretschmar, who's been pretty impressive both offensively and defensively this series, but a quiet day for him right now without a hit. Mark works off the third base side of the rubber. Kretschmar stands tall from the right side, middle infield, looking for a double play ball. The pitch. Slider that he could not get a chase on. Was a really good pitch, but he missed outside to push the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the 2-2. Wadarabich ready. Here's the kick and the pitch. Fastball down and away. 3 balls, 2 strikes. From 1-2 to 3-2, Kretschmar works the count full. Long look in from Wadarabich. Set and the 3-2. Fastball popped in the air, shallow center. Cobb, the shortstop, backs up and makes the catch, cupping it 2 hands over his cap in shallow center, 1 out. And that holds Morrison at first for Troy Viola. Viola hits from the right side, 1 on, 1 out. 9-1 Pippins leading in the top half of the 5th. The right-handed batter is 0 for 2 today, has flied to right and popped out to Cobb, the shortstop, in his first 2 trips. Slight lead off of first for Morrison as Ty Pullman continues to work in the Pippins bullpen. Wadarabich delivers. Slider misses away. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, for Bellingham, if they lose this game, which at this point, 9-1 score in the 5th, seems more than probable, not all hope is not lost for a division title in the first half, although unlikely. The 1-0. Another slider that couldn't get a chase on. 2-0 as that pitch misses down and away. If they lose, they'll be 3 games back of Victoria. 3 to play for both teams. The 3 to play being in Victoria this weekend. So the Bells would need to sweep the series. The 2-0. Up high with a fastball. Wadarabich misses 3-0, which of course seems unlikely given how they've played in this series. 3-0 the count. Man at first. 1 down. 9-1 Pippins lead top half of the 5th inning. Justin Armbruster's brother, Will, starts to warm in the bullpen for Bellingham. Justin, who was the starter yesterday for the Bells. And there's a pitch high, ball 4, and a rare 4-pitch walk for Mark Wadarabich, who had just 2 walks in over 27 innings all season. And those pitches weren't even really that close to the zone either. And Rob Hippie seems to understand how strange that is too. He's out to the mound to talk with Wadarabich and potentially relieve him for Ty Pullman, given that Mark has now thrown in back-to-back games. The pitch count getting up there a little bit. Struggling to throw consistent strikes, and that is the night for Wadarabich. Ty Pullman coming in for the Pippins in a 9-1 ball game here in the 5th on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
That's where I belong. That's where I belong. Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Ty Pullman to the mound for the Pippins Here in the top of the 5th inning with runners on first and second and 1 out, and Ty makes his 9th appearance of the season. A 3.97 ERA, 5 strikeouts, 10 walks over 11 1/3 innings of work. Opponent's hitting .275 off of the tall righty out of UNLV, 6'4", 230. And he will face Derek Marshall with Guthrie Morrison at second, Troy Viola at first. Pullman last pitched Saturday in Corvallis. Tossed a scoreless inning and allowed 1 hit. And he should get a chance to get some extended run today with the Pippins leading at 9-1. Soft single on the infield and a walk, and Mark Wojnarowicz exits after an inning and a third, responsible for both runners. 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And he'll be on the hook for the win should this score hold, which would be his 4th of the year. Pullman gives a look to second. Now delivers the first pitch and misses up high with a fastball, ball 1. Marshall has walked and flied to left today in 2 trips. Pippins trying to complete the sweep of the Bells. Would be their 2nd sweep of the year. First came in early June against Wenatchee. Ty with a long pier to second, the 1-0. There's a fastball that is high and off of Hormel's glove. Both runners move into scoring position. And with 1 out. And the count 2-0 on Marshall. On a ball that was really wild out of the zone, way up high. 9-1 Pippins in the top half of the 5th. Ty Pullman trying to keep 2 off the board here for the Bells. He sets. Kicks and deals the 2-0. There's a fastball at the letters, a called strike, and it is 2-1. On Derek Marshall, big right-handed batter. Has had a tough year so far with the Bells. Native of Los Angeles. Here's a pitch. There's a swing and a miss at a changeup, and it's 2-2. How about that? Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2 runners in scoring position here for the Bells. Pullman at the ready. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 at a high fastball. And the first strikeout for Pullman, the 2nd out of the 5th inning. Brings up Jack Mactoff, who doubled his last time, comes up with 2 in scoring position, 2 down. A 9-1 Pippins lead in the top of the 5th inning. Ty Pullman trying to retire Mactoff and get this one to the last half of the 5th. Here's the set. First pitch. Pullman delivers. Mactoff checks his swing on a high fastball, 1-0. The thing about Pullman is when he misses high a lot of the time. Command not his strong suit. The 1-0. Fastball hits the outside corner for a cold strike, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 on, 2 out, 9-1 Pippins lead here in the 5th. Trying to take the series sweep against Bellingham. One. Breaking ball gets through Hormel's legs. He has no idea where it is. A run comes in to score, and it is a 9-2 Pippins lead over Bellingham. Count now 2-1 on Mactoff, and will not be a scoreless night for Mark Wojnarowicz as the run is charged to him. And at third, 2 down. Pullman set. Here's the pitch to Mactoff. 2-1, bounced first base side. DiCarlo waits on it. Fields flips to Pullman, who steps on the bag. And the inning is over. Bells get 1. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 9-2 Pippins on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce two of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Save. When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Our staff loves...
New pitcher into the game for the Bells, and it's right-hander Brendan Argomanis. Makes his second appearance of the season, made his debut on Tuesday, in the series opener. Gave up 2 earned runs on 3 hits and 2 walks in an inning of work. He replaces John Kelly, who was not good out of the bullpen. 2/3 of an inning, gave up 3 runs, 2 of them earned. And I'll see if Argomanis out of Orange Coast College can get the job done here against the Pippins. After it was a big 5th inning, the Pippins added on 6 runs on 4 hits, and Eddie Pelk to lead it off the 5th inning. He's 1 for 1 in his Pippins debut today, a single and a walk. Viola in on the grass at third, hands over the head in the windup for the right-hander, and the first pitch fouled back 0-1. Top of the order will follow in this inning, Owen Cobb and then Noah Andrews. Here's the 0-1. Fastball comes inside, nowhere close. And it is 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. On the outside corner for a strike, 1-2. The pitch. There's a fly ball down the left field line out of play, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Pelk. Here's the right-hander's 1-2. Kicks and delivers. And misses down low with a breaking ball. Pelk, kind of frustrated, circles around. Seems like he wasn't too happy with where that pitch was thrown. Here's the 2-2. Fly ball down the left field line, but it's foul into the Pippins bullpen. Stays 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Down and in, 3 balls, 2 strikes to Pelk. Trying to walk for the second time. The pitch. There's a foul, strike down the third base side. The pitch. There's a foul off to the right, and it's a 10-pitch at-bat to start this inning. Here's the pitch. It's a high pop-up, back foul out of play. And it remains 3-2. Pelk leading off this inning against Brendan Argomanis. 9-2 Pippins lead, bottom of the fifth, the pitch. Pelk takes down and away ball 4, and he draws an 11-pitch walk to lead off the inning. And it will bring up Owen Cobb.
Now batting for the Pippins, the shortstop, Owen Cobb.
Cobb hits from the right side. He is without a hit today. Trying to extend his hitting streak to 5 games. Reaches on an error, but hit by a pitch today. Pelk leads off first. Here's Argomanis' pitch, and he misses up high with a fastball, ball 1. 1-0 to Cobb, hitting .326 entering today, now down to just .318. .1-0. Fastball at the letters for a strike, 1-1. The pitch home. Foul to the backstop, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Runner takes off, and there's a foul out of play off to the right. Nothing doing. And Argomanis steps off with 2 strikes. The pitch. There's a line shot into left field, a base hit for Cobb, well struck. Pelk goes to second. Pippins have runners at first and second. Nobody out, and Noah Andrews to the plate.
Now batting for the Pippins, the right fielder, Noah Andrews.
Two on, nobody out. Pippins trail or lead 9-2 in the bottom of the fifth. Here's the pitch. Andrews takes a fastball for a strike, 0-1. Nick DiCarlo will follow against Argomanis. Nobody in the bullpen for the Bells. Here's the 0-1. Right-hander fires. And a high pop fly, foul out of play, 0-2. Oh and 2. Slider on the outside corner called, strike 3, and Andrews down for the first out of the fifth. Now to bring up Nick DiCarlo, who is without an official at bat today. He's reached 3 times. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken up high by DiCarlo, 1-0, who has walked twice and been hit by a pitch today, so without an official at bat. Here's the 1-0. That's inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Missed with a fastball. The kick and the 2-0. There's a ground ball hit hard past Viola at third and into left field. Pilk around third. He'll score easily. And to make it 10-2 Pippins on an RBI single from Nick DiCarlo. His first base hit of the game. And Cobb to second. And Bellingham really just can't find an arm that can stop the bleeding right now. The Pippins offense is on fire. Their 10th run on their 9th hit. First time in over a month in which they've posted double-digit runs. Not since opening series in Ridgefield. Here's Aiden Welch, singled his last time. He fouls this one off to the right. They won that game 10-3 in Ridgefield, the second game of the season. The pitch. Slider in for a strike at the letters, and it's 0-2 on Welch. The kick and the 0-2. Slider down and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. Ground ball back towards the mound. Argomanis fields, double clutches, throws to second in time for 1. On to first, the throw gets away from Marshall. Cobb will score and make it 11-2 Pippins on the error. DiCarlo's out at second. Welch reaches first. And it's 11-2. And now Brady Hormel comes to the plate. 2 away on the third error of the game from Bellingham. Hormel is without a hit today, the first pitch to him. Taken outside with a fastball, ball 1. And Argomanis just not throwing consistent strikes. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. 1-1. Argomanis readies. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And misses high and away with a changeup. 2 balls and a strike. So Welch off of first. He's been a nice addition to the Pippins, I think. Showing an advanced approach at the plate. The set and the 2-1 pitch. That one's fouled back. Out of play, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pippins have a man at first with 2 down. They've scored now in 3 straight innings. 2 runs in this frame after 6 in the 4th, and 6 in the 5th, and 3 in the 4th. The pitch. High and away with a fastball. 3-2. Here's the 3-2. Welch takes off, and the pitch misses up high, ball 4. Hormel walks for the second time. Pippins have 2 on, 2 out for Zach Meddings. Still nobody warming in the bullpen, so they're going to allow... Well, that's changing now as Will Armbruster walks down to the pen. Here's the pitch. Meddings takes a fastball for a strike at the letters, 0-1. Zach has walked, singled, and lined out today in 3 trips. Here's the set and the 0-1 from Argomanis. Meddings with a line shot right towards first, stabbed by Marshall, and the inning is over. But the Pippins get 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error. They leave 2, And we leave the 5th inning with the Pippins leading 11-2 on the Nathan's famous broadcast network.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Is sweeter for the warm summer months than a great scoop of Baskin-Robbins ice cream. Your Baskin-Robbins store right here in Yakima on South 1st Street proudly supports Yakima Valley Pippins baseball. Make sure you stop by and grab a cup or cone of your favorite Baskin-Robbins flavor at the South 1st location. And then, next time you're at Yakima County Stadium, try out their awesome baseball medley. Baskin-Robbins ice cream and Pippins baseball will make your summer memorable.
Pippins lead 11-2 as we go to the top of the 6th. Right-hander Ty Pullman back out to the mound, and he'll face the 6, 7, 8 part of the Bellingham order, starting with Cole Hinkleman after the Pippins added 2 more in the bottom of the 5th on a error and a single to extend their lead over the Bells 11-2 as they look for the series sweep, which would have been unthinkable just a few days ago after the Pippins were coming off of their 9th straight loss. Cole Hinkleman, the batter. A left-handed hitter out of Stanford who has walked and struck out in 2 trips to the plate today. 11-2, Pippins leading in the top of the 6th. The infield and the outfield straight away, normal depth. Pullman with the set and the pitch. And he hits the outside corner with a backdoor slider for a strike, 0-1. We're already more than 2 hours in, just starting the 6th inning. Pippins have really dominated this one. 11-2, they've scored multiple runs off of 4 different Bellingham pitchers. Pullman's 0-1. A changeup that Hormel can't locate, and that rolls to the backstop. And Hormel's done better than expected for a guy catching who hasn't caught in 6, 7 years. And obviously growing pains to be expected in that role, and I can't imagine we'll be seeing much more of him catching once James Bell gets healthy. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball, a hair too high, 2-1. Hormel hasn't done a terrible job framing either. Here's the set and the 2-1. Fastball grounded towards first. Diving to his right, DiCarlo makes the stab and flips to Pullman in time for the out. Nice play by Nick DiCarlo. There's 1 out for the Bells to bring up Danny Martin. (11-2) Pippins lead, top of the 6th, right on right as Martin digs in. Infield, outfield straight away at normal depth. Martin taps his chest a few times, digs into the right-hand batter's box. Here's the pitch from Pullman. He is set at the belt and delivers. Misses up high with a fastball, and again, Ty has a lot of troubles hitting the zone with pitches up high. There's a lot of balls that miss high. He's going to be asked to give some length here, already having thrown an inning so far. The pitch. Breaking ball at the knees for a strike. And it's 1-1 on Danny Martin out of Stetson University in Florida. Walking a double play so far today. Nobody on, 1 out. 11-2 Pippins lead, top 6. There's the bell tie set. And Pullman fires. A line shot into right center field. That's a base hit for Martin, his first of the game. And a 1-out base runner for the Bells will bring Nick DiNicola to the plate. DiNicola just playing in his third game for Bellingham. Has yet to be retired today. A single and a hit by pitch in 2 trips. He bats with 1 on, 1 out in a 9-run game. Pippins leading 11-2, top of the 6th inning on Independence Day at the Orchard. Righty looks to first base. Reddy's at the belt. And pitches. And there's a soft ground ball hit towards third, but foul, or Meddings takes and foul, ground 0-1. DiNicola, a New Jersey native who started his college career at West Virginia, saw just 10 at-bats in 2 seasons and decided to transfer to a junior college in Texas this past year, far away from his home in New Jersey. And he raked to earn his way to Oklahoma State, where he'll transfer to next year. Pullman steps off, and Martin leisurely dances back into the bag. Middle infield at double play depth now. 1 on, 1 out, 11-2 lead for the Pippins, top half of the 6th inning. DiNicola crouched over, close stance from the right side, and he takes a breaking ball in the dirt. 2-1. Excuse me, 1-1. The numbers for DiNicola in junior college, which have to be taken with a grain of salt, just given the way junior college baseball is. Hit .430, an on-base plus slugging of 1.450. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball, right field. Andrews back, and he runs out of room as that one lands foul down the right field line. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Pullman looking for his second strikeout. Here's the pitch. Line shot over the head of DiCarlo at first and rolling down the right field line. It's going to be extra bases for DiNicola. In fact, he'll hold it first. Martin gets to third. And there are now runners on the corners with 1 out for Christian DiCochea. And that ball was absolutely smoked. His back-to-back balls hit pretty hard off of Pullman, who really, his biggest issue this year has not been getting hit around, but more allowing a lot of walks. Runners at first and third, 1 out. Middle infield looking to turn 2. Pullman with a pitch. And there's a check swing on a pitch that missed down and away. No appeal. Now they appeal, and he did not go, says Brandon Hargis, field umpire. 1-0. DiCochea, first time facing Pullman. He struck out in each of his first 2 at-bats. Still without a hit so far in his Bell's career, 0 for 9. Tie pitches. And that one misses down and away, gets to the backstop. Hormel jogs to get it. And that allows Martin to score from third and make it 11-3, the Pippins lead. Wild pitch also moves the runner DiNicola to second base. And this sloppy game continues to be sloppy. Runner at second, 1 out now. Pippins leading it 11-3. Here's the set from Pullman, the 2-0 on the way. He delivers. And a fastball misses in the dirt, ball 3. The Pippins are going to start to get left-hander Darius Garcia warm in the bullpen, as Pullman is really struggling right now with his command. Here's the 3-0. Right down the middle with a fastball for a strike, 3-1. And DiCochea will be a freshman at Washington in the fall. Trying to avoid an over 3 start to the day. Here's the 3-1. And there's a line shot through the left side and in the left field. The base hit, the first of the Bellingham career for Christian DiCochea. Runners on the corners now, 1 out. We go back to the top of the order for Guthrie Morrison. Morrison is 2 for 3 today. He had half of Bellingham's hits entering this inning. They've now pounded out 3 consecutive singles against Pullman. Runners on the corners, 1 down. Middle infield, the double play depth. Here's the set and the pitch. And there's a fastball down low, 1-0. And now a mound visit from pitching coach Rob Hippie. Darius Garcia just started to throw. The whole infield comes in. It'd be hard to believe he's going to take the ball from Pullman here. Seems like they just want to get Garcia a chance to get loose down the third base line. The Pippins lead 11-3 in the 6th. Darius, who's coming out of the bullpen now after making a few starts. Counts 1-0, runners on the corners, 1 out. Trying to break up the mound visit now are the umpires. Runners on the corners, 1 out. 1-0 pitch from Pullman. There's a fastball on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Down and in, 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Runner takes off from second, pitches outside. Hormel's throw not nearly in time. But Di Nicola holds at third. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Pullman. Inside, ball 4. The bases are loaded. You have to wonder if Pullman's going to get a chance to pitch to Austin Kretschmar. And he will not. Visit to the mound from Rob Hippie. And Darius Garcia enters for the Pippins here in the 6th. Yakima Valley leading 11-3. Take a break here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions. Or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Cheese provide attentive customer service and the best brands for all your home improvement project needs. Roy's Ace Hardware in downtown Yakima, Hometown Ace Hardware in Tieton Village in Yakima and Oak Creek Hardware in Natchez also has fishing, hunting, landscaping, and cleaning equipment. Ace Hardware, hardware supplies and competitive prices.
Pippins leading 11-3 in the sixth, and Darius Garcia enters for Yakima Valley to make his fifth appearance of the season. Second in relief, 0-3 with an 8.73 ERA. 10 strikeouts, 5 walks over 11 and a third innings of work. Opponents hitting .426 off of the left-hander from Cerritos, California, 5'8", 175 pounds. And he will face Austin Kretschmar with the bases loaded and just 1 out in this inning. Ty Pullman really struggled, and he is responsible for all 3 men on base. Left-hander Garcia, last pitched on Sunday in Corvallis, gave up 6 runs in 2 1/3 innings on 8 hits, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts in a start as the Pippins were swept in Corvallis. Big lead for Yakima Valley, 11-3, but it is in danger of slipping away here if the Pippins aren't careful. First pitch on the way. Garcia looks to first. And the offering from the southpaw. Kretschmar takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. Kretschmar 0 for 3 today, already batting for the 4th time here in the 6th inning. It's been a long game here on a hot 4th of July. The 0-1 from Garcia. High pop up on the infield. Meddings, the third baseman, nearly collides with Cobb, the shortstop, who just on the infield grass puts it away for the second out. And Garcia with a chance to strand him loaded as Troy Viola digs in. Viola is 0 for 2 today with a walk. Garcia sets, here's the pitch. Fastball taken down and away, 1 ball, no strikes. Viola walked his last time, is also flied out and popped out in 2 trips to the plate today. Garcia set, here's the 1-0. Down and away with a changeup, 2-0, and Pippins struggling to find arms who can throw strikes right now. They really don't want to use most of their top pitchers in this game with a crucial second half stretch opening up tomorrow in Portland. Ryan Jamison will start for the Pippins against Brad McVeigh for the Pickles, the 2-0. There's an off-speed pitch for a strike on the outer corner, and it's now 2-1 on Viola. Derek Marshall on deck should this inning continue. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The Pippins trying to keep the Bells from putting any more than the 1 run they've already scored in this inning on the board. Here's the 2-1. Garcia delivers. It's down and in and misses in the dirt. Nice stop by Hormel. 3 balls and a strike on a Viola. Nowhere to put him. A ball makes this a 7-run game. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And they call a balk. So he won't even get to throw a pitch. A run is in the score, and it's 11-4. Run scores on a balk. Morrison goes to second. DiCocea to third. DiNicola in on the balk. Yeah, the Pippins have to be careful, or otherwise they could see this lead slipping away. Third base coach Bob Miller now coming to chat with the home plate umpire, Alex Salterio. Not much for him to argue with, considering his team just got the benefit of a balk. Now Garcia ready again, trying to avoid his first walk. The 3-1. That's a strike on the outside corner with a fastball, 3-2. Full count, 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. Pippins leading 11-4 here in the 6th. Trying to get this one to the bottom half. Time called at home. Viola steps out. Garcia at the ready. The 3-2. Line shot back up the middle, fielded by the second baseman Welch. He throws on a first in time, and the inning is over. Bells get 1 on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Pippins lead 11-4 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
Concession stands throughout the orchard.
Tailgaters Bar and Grill in Sela offers an upscale dining experience in a relaxed atmosphere in downtown Sela. With savory entrees and specialty drinks, Tailgaters provides something for customers of all ages. Cheer on your favorite team in the restaurant while experiencing 1950s charm with a modern twist. Visit Tailgaters Bar and Grill today, located at 110 East 3rd Avenue at Viking Village in Sela. Tailgaters Bar and Grill.
Pippins leading 11-4 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The 6th inning brought to you by the Yakima Herald Republic and YakimaHerald.com, your best sources for local sports, news, entertainment, and lifestyle information from across Central Washington. Call 575-7755 to subscribe to a digital or print package. First pitch to Nick Israel is a strike. The Yakima Herald Republic, they tell your stories. Pippins leading 11-4. Israel, Padilla, and Pelk, the bottom of the order to bat here against Brendan Argomanis. The right-hander's 0-1 pitch. He misses with a changeup high and outside, 1-1. On Israel, who is 3 for 3 today. And in the 4th inning, he did something you won't see very often, the 1-1. He hits this high into the air, shallow center. Morrison jogs on leisurely, has room in left center, reaches up and makes the two-hand grab. 1 out. It was earlier in that game when Israel singled from both sides of the plate in the same inning. But he's retired for the first time today on a soft fly out to center. And now Christian Padilla bats. He is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts today. And he's the only guy on the team this year to strike out 4 times in a game. He would like to avoid doing that again here. Righty on righty. Argomanis with the first pitch. And that's outside with a fastball, 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. Pippins holding on to an 11-4 lead in the bottom of the 6th. Padilla with a slightly open stance from the right side. The kick in, the 1-0 from Argomanis. And there's a swing and a miss at a changeup, 1-1. With Eddie Pelk to follow, who's had a nice Pippins debut. 3 runs scored in this game. Pippins setting a season high for runs today with 11. Hands over the head in the windup, the 1-1. And there's a swing and a foul tip back into the glove on an outside off-speed pitch. And it moves to 1-2 on Padilla, who's trying to avoid striking out for the 4th time in this game. All 3 of which have been swinging. Argomanis with one strikeout today in relief, the 1-2. Padilla swings and misses at a slider, strike 3. And he has struck out 4 times today. And there's 2 outs in the 6th for Eddie Pelk. Pelk, a left-handed hitter who has singled, walked twice, scored all 3 times. Nobody on, 2 outs. Pippins lead 11-4, bottom of the 6th. Infield plays deep except for Viola at third, who's even with the bag. Pitch is cut on and missed, strike 1. 0-1 to Pelk. Outfield straight away here for the Bells. The pitch to Eddie. He takes down and away with a backdoor breaking pitch for a ball, 1-1. Nobody throwing in the Bells bullpen, so Argomanis going to continue to throw here. Same for the Pippins. Darius Garcia will throw in the 7th. Here's the 1-1. That's high and in. Bends Pelk out of the way, 2-1. And I think the biggest thing that Pelk has provided so far today is just the ability for someone to give Luke Schwartz a break in center field. The 2-1 pitch. Down low. Athens for a strike, 2-2. Pelk hasn't had a lot of opportunities, but he's looked okay when he's out there, and Schwartz has been the starter in center field for basically every game of the last 3 weeks since Tyler Pittman's injury in Bellingham. Time called. Base is empty, 2 away. The 2-2. Fly ball down the left field line. In foul ground, Viola running hard after it, but it lands in lefty's bar down the left field line. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 11-4 Pippins lead, bottom of the 6th. Pippins have scored in each of the last 3 innings, but the first 2 men down here in the bottom of the 6th. Argomanis with the 2-2. And there's a line shot into the air to left field for Hinkleman. Over to his right, he reaches up, makes the grab, and Argomanis with a 1-2-3 bottom of the 6th. We are through 6 here at the Orchard, and the Pippins still lead it 11-4 here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
With stores in Yakima and Sela, Ray's Market Fresh
Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong. Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
For just $10 a month, you can work out at your own pace and just do you, however you want, whenever you want. Get free fitness training and tons of cardio and strength equipment, plus a totally friendly staff for just $10 a month with absolutely no judgment. We want you to be you for just $10 a month. Come in for a free tour or join online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness. Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
Darius Garcia back to the mound for the Pippins as we go to the 7th. Bellingham will send 4-5-6 to the plate in this 7th with the Pippins on top 11-4. And right-hander Derek Marshall to lead it off, the first baseman who is 0 for 2 today with a walk. Infield, outfield straight away, normal depth. Garcia sets, and the first pitch. Fastball taken for a strike, and I'm not sure what Marshall was doing there, as after the pitch came in, he kind of took a half swing. Here's the 0-1. And there's a fastball down low, 1 ball and 1 strike. 11-4, Pippins on top. 9 hits for Yakima Valley to 7 for Bellingham. Garcia set. Darius with a high right leg kick and the pitch. And there's a line shot out to right field, but right at Andrews, who takes a few steps over to his right, leans in, makes the shoulder high grab, glove side, 1 out. Marshall 0 for 3, and it'll bring up Jack Macdoff. (11-4) Pippins on top here in the 7th. Jack Macdoff to hit from the left side against Darius Garcia. Southpaw, who started the season for the Pippins in the rotation. Here's the first pitch to Macdoff. Down and in, 1-0. And he made his debut against Bellingham, you might remember. He was pretty good in that start. 1 earned run over 5 innings, but took the loss. Since then, it's been a little bit rougher goings. Back-to-back starts that were not great. And so Darius has been moved to relief for the time being. Misses in the dirt with a fastball, 2-0. Started against Victoria, gave up 7 runs in 3 innings. Here's the 2-0. There's a fastball, just missed, down and away. 3 balls, no strikes. On Jack Macdoff, Cole Hinkleman to follow in this inning. The only game going on in the West Coast League right now, Kelowna and Wenatchee and Ridgefield and Bend will play later tonight. There's a pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 3-1. And the Pippins are in Portland tomorrow. First pitch at 7:05. Pre-game begins at 6:50. The 3-1. There's a fastball at the knees for a strike, and Macdoff was ready to walk down to first. The count now full, 3-2. 1 out in the top of the 7th. Pippins lead 11-4. Garcia shakes off one sign. Now readies. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on an outside fastball. Pretty good tail on that pitch. And Garcia picks up his first strikeout as Macdoff is down. 2 outs for Cole Hinkleman. Now 11-4, Pippins lead in the 7th. Bases clear, 2 down. Garcia the kick in the first pitch. Hinkleman takes a slider above the letters for a ball, 1-0. Here's the pitch. Down low for a ball, 2-0. The pitch. Down low, 3-0. The lefty with the 3-0 pitch. It's outside ball 4, and a walk to Hinkleman will bring up Danny Martin. Was that a nice day? Martin has walked and singled and scored. 1 for 2. 11-4 Pippins on top here in the 7th. Garcia ready. We'll look to first. Here's the pitch. There's a line shot into center field, a base hit. And 2 on now for the Bells. And Tanner Parker is now in at second base. Not sure when that happened. Two on, 2 out for Nick DiNicola. Catcher for the Bells, Garcia the lefty. Fires. And there's a drive to left. Sends back Padilla a few steps, and he reaches out and makes the grab, running towards the track. Athletic play by Christian Padilla, and the Bells strand a couple. We stretch here at the Orchard, 11-4 Pippins lead on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
The smell of fresh-cut barley. At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
More in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Me. Pippins lead 11-4 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. And it's the top of the order for Yakima Valley. Owen Cobb, Noah Andrews, and Nick DiCarlo set to bat, barring any pinch hitters in the 7th against Brendan Argomanis, back out for his 3rd full inning of work. Cobb to lead it off. He has scored 3 runs today, 1 for 3 on the day. Owen Cobb to lead it off for the Pippins. Right-handed hitter. In the bottom of the 7th inning, Pippins lead 11-4. Here's the first pitch from Argomanis. Down and away with a slider, and it's 1-0. Here's the kick of the 1-0. Cobb takes down and away, 2 balls and no strikes. Cobb picked up his 29th hit of the season in the 5th inning. That is the most on the Pippins. The 2-0. Spiked back foul to the backstop, 2-1, and it's the most of any incoming freshman in the West Coast League. Hands over the head in the windup, the 2-1. Slider misses up high. 3 balls and a strike. In talking with Owen, it seems like there might be a path to immediate playing time for Stanford in the fall, the 3-1. It's up high with a fastball, ball 4, and he reaches safely for the 3rd consecutive trip to the plate, and it'll bring up Noah Andrews. For Argomanis, that's his 3rd walk. Andrews has had a nice day. 1 for 3 with a 2-run single and a hit by pitch. 1 on, nobody out. Pippins lead 11-4, bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Noah takes a fastball in the outer 3rd for a strike, 0-1. Argomanis has just not thrown enough consistent strikes. 32 strikes, 20 balls. Cobb with a tiny lead off of first. Viola in on the grass at 3rd. And there's a ground ball back to the mound, bobbled by Argomanis. So he has no play at 2nd. He has to go to 1st and get the out there. 1 away, and Nick DiCarlo to the plate with a man at 2nd.
Now batting for the Pippins, the first baseman, Nick DiCarlo.
Nick DiCarlo hits from the right side. 11-4 ball game. Pippins leading in the bottom of the 7th. Argomanis looks to 2nd, where Cobb dances off the bag. Here's the pitch. Welch fouls it back, 0-1. Welch is yet to be retired, or DiCarlo is yet to be retired today. A single, couple of walks, and a hit by pitch. Aiden Welch is on deck, which makes no sense because Tanner Parker was in the game defensively at his 2nd base spot last inning. So that'll be something to monitor. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball up high, 1-1. Cobb led off this inning with a walk. Andrews bounced out. Now DeCarlo at the plate. Pippins have lead most of this game. They now hold on to an 11-4 advantage. Bellingham gets a right-hander up in the bullpen. Here's the 1-1. Fastball at the knees for a strike, 1-2. Gabriel Hughes is the one throwing in the bullpen for the Bells. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Arcomanis delivers, and DeCarlo rolls one over left side, fielded by the third baseman Viola. He's got no play at third or first. It's an infield single for Nick DeCarlo, his 5th time reaching base safely today. And Cobb gets to third on a slow roller. How about that? Now Aiden Welch bats. He's 1 for 4 with an RBI. Pippins lead 11-4, bottom of the 7th. Runners on the corners with 1 out. Middle infield at double play depth. Viola even with the bag at third, keeping Cobb close. As Hughes warms to the bullpen. Nobody for the Pippins. Garcia will pitch the 8th. The pitch. Fastball up high for a ball, 1-0. Has not been a day for fans of good pitching. The 1-0. Runner takes off, pitches down and away. DiNicola throws to third and nearly threw it over the head of Viola. He needed a Herculean effort from the third baseman to keep that from getting into left field. But he's able to do so, and DeCarlo picks up his 2nd stolen base of the game. So he gets into second. Now the double play no longer in order. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Welch. Right-hander deals. And this one's dribbled back foul. 2-1. Brady Hormel waiting on deck. He's one of just 2 guys in the lineup tonight for the Pippins. Hormel without a hit. Here's the 2-1. Popped up, right side, short right field. Who's got it? Marshall gives way to the second baseman, DiCochea, and now Cobb coming home. The throw on time, and they tag him out, and the inning is over. Or do they? No one's leaving the field. Marcus McKimmey is coming to have a word with the home plate umpire. That should end the inning. But nobody left the field. Now Bellingham is leaving the field. Marcus McKimmey having a word with the home plate umpire, Alex Salterio, who has not made himself a whole lot of friends in Yakima this week. And DeCarlo has not left second base yet, but it appears the inning is over. So we go to the 8th. Pippins lead 11-4 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a...
BannerBank.com. Banner Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
All right, so we're back at the Orchard. That was unusual. So after a change on the play, Owen Cobb is safe at home. Nick DeCarlo stays at second, and it's a sacrifice fly for Aiden Welch. So Welch drives in the run on a rare sacrifice fly to the second baseman. You might not see that again for a long time. 2 outs, and now Bob Miller, the manager of the Bells, wants a word with home plate umpire Alex Salterio. That's not the 2nd time in this series that a call has been changed, which is very rare after no replay review. And now the Bells are going to change pitchers, so now we'll take a break here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Our staff loves...
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
And yours.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce two of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Gabriel Hughes into the game for Bellingham. Right-hander out of Idaho making his 7th appearance of the season. Tossed a scoreless inning on Tuesday in the series opener. 0-1 with an ERA of 10. 6 strikeouts, 5 walks over 9 innings of work for the incoming freshman at Gonzaga. Opponents hitting .350 off of the righty, and he enters with DiCarlo at second, 2 outs in the 7th. Pippins have tacked on another run in this inning to lead 12-4, and Brady Hormel now bats. He is 0 for 2 today with a couple of walks, a fly out, and a ground out. And he hits from the left side. Here's the pitch from Hughes. Right-hander sets, black glove at the belt, first offering. Hormel with a drive deep to right center field. Macdoff was playing in, so that's well over his head and rolls towards the gap. This could be 3. DiCarlo in from second. Hormel holds at second with an RBI double. His first hit of the ball game, and it's 13-4 Pippins on a ball that was absolutely crushed to the gap. And Hormel with his first extra base hit in a Pippins uniform. Now to bring up Zach Meddings. Becomes the 6th man to hit in this inning. Meddings is 1 for 3 today. Lined out in his last time up. Hughes, the 5th pitcher of the game for the Bells. That run charged to Argomanis. So all 4 pitchers so far except Hughes have had earned runs charged to him. First pitch to Meddings, down and away for a ball, 1-0. So the final line on Brendan Argomanis, 2 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. Here's the 1-0. Down and away, 2-0. (13-4) Pippins lead bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. 2-0 on the inside corner for a strike. 2-1 on Meddings. His future college teammate Brady Hormel down at second. They'll both be freshmen at Nevada in the fall. 13-4 here in the bottom of the 7th. Pippins leading. Nobody. Man on second, 2 down. Here's the pitch. Fastball on the outside corner, 2-2, and sometimes the adjustment factor for incoming freshmen can be a little bit longer. For Meddings, that might be the case in this league in particular. Here's the 2-2. Check swing on a breaking ball in the dirt, and Salterio, the home plate umpire, makes the call himself. Meddings went around, but the Pippins get 2 on 2 hits. No errors, they leave 1, and we go to the 8th. 13-4 Pippins on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient.
It's open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto. where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Baskin-Robbins ice cream and Pippins baseball will make your summer memorable.
Yakima Valley leading at 13-4 in the top of the 8th inning, and the 9-1-2 part of the order for the Bells to the plate here against Darius Garcia, the Pippins left-hander in the 8th. Garcia to face DiCochea, Morrison, and Kretschmar here in the 8th. First pitch to DiCochea. Missed down and in for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes on Christian DiCochea. Here's the pitch from Garcia. It's on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Christian DiCochea at the plate. Here's the 1-1. Fly ball, right side, foul out of play, 1-2. Garcia with a scoreless 7th has been the only guy for the Pippins so far not to allow a run on the mound. Here's the 1-2. Down and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. DiCochea with his first Bellingham base hit in the 6th. 1 for 3 so far today. Here's the pitch. 2-2, grounded towards third. And Meddings fields it off a weird hop, throws to first, not in time. Never mind, there's been some defensive changes. Nick DiCarlo moved to third. Tanner Parker is at second. And Aiden Welch is at first. This makes little sense, given that it would contradict the substitutions made at the plate, but okay. Since Meddings hit last inning, and Parker has not hit, the pitch. Fastball up high, ball 1, and Parker was, these changes took effect last inning. So Meddings should not have been able to hit, but he did. Pippins leading 13-4 in the 8th. Man on first after an infield single. Here's the pitch. That's a strike, 1-1. Morrison has reached 3 times today and also bounced out to third. Here's the set and the 1-1. Swing and a miss on an outside changeup, 1-2. Darius looking for his second strikeout. Or a double play ball. Either would be useful here. Pippin's going to try to improve to 11-15 to end the first half. 1 game postponed due to rain will be made up here not too long from now against Port Angeles. There's a fly ball to right field. Andrews over to his left, makes the grab, 1 down. Noah Andrews has had a busy day in right. Now Austin Kretschmar bats, he's 0 for 4. Corvallis 10, Portland 3. The Knights win their 12th consecutive game. And the Pickles lose their 5th consecutive, headed into tomorrow's series opener with the Pippins. First offering. There's a line shot right at Cobb, who leaps and makes the catch at short, throws on a first, not in time. As Kretschmar is now 0 for 5. Tough day for him. And Viola now bats 0 for 3 on the day. Just seems like Corvallis is never going to lose. They have been on fire all season long. Last 2 games they lost were to these Bellingham Bells. Here's the pitch to Viola, and there's a high drive deep down the left field line, but Padilla has room back into his right. He reaches out, makes the grab, and the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 13-4. Pippins lead the Bells on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
Carrying top-notch supplies for more than 70 years in the Yakima Valley. Your hometown Ace Hardware stores in Yakima and Natchez provide attentive customer service and the best brands for all your home improvement project needs. Roy's Ace Hardware in downtown Yakima, Hometown Ace Hardware in Tieton Village in Yakima, and Oak Creek Hardware in Natchez also has fishing, hunting, landscaping, and cleaning equipment. Ace Hardware. Hardware supplies and competitive prices.
First pitch at the bottom of the 8th inning to Nick Israel is taken down and away for a ball, 1-0. Israel and then Padilla and Pelk. There's a ground ball hit to second for DiCochea from the outfield grass. Shifting to his left, he throws on to first. And Israel is retired to bring up Tanner Parker. And it appears here is the answer to our substitution question. Parker enters for Christian Padilla.
For Christian Padilla, number 22, Tanner Parker.
Parker has been in the game defensively for a couple of innings now. So it appears that Meddings must have gone to left field. And so Parker makes his first appearance of the day after entering the game in the top of the 7th inning. And he will bat from the left side against the right-hander Gabriel Hughes. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, right side of the infield. DiCochea fields, throws on to first. And that's 2 quick outs to bring up Eddie Pelk. Pelk, a left-handed hitter, has walked twice, singled and scored, and also flied to left today in a couple of trips to the plate. 13-4, Pippins leading bottom of the 8th. Hughes off the first base side of the rubber, fires and misses outside with a fastball, 1-0. Righty kicks, deals the pitch. Outside, 2-0. Hughes works very quickly, very deliberately, has a high leg kick. Uses all of his body. Drops back and the 2-0. That's on the outside edge, 2-1 the count. Pippins will try and close it down in the 9th, and it appears Tyler Frazier will be the man on the mound as he warms up in the bullpen. There's a strike to Pelk on the outside corner. Back in action tomorrow in Portland. Really looking forward to that trip. Good city, should be a cool ballpark. Here's the pitch. Outside, and Pelk works the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes for the freshman, who looks like could be a nice addition to this Pippins roster. Pitch. Taken outside, ball 4, and Eddie Pelk draws a walk for the 3rd time today. And he is on base for the 4th time today. It brings up Owen Cobb, the top of the order. Cobb has reached base safely 3 times, has scored 4 runs. That's the most of any Pippin this year in a game. Four runs on 9 hits for Bellingham, 13 runs on 11 hits for the Pippins. A season high in the run column. Pitch to Cobb is spiked foul softly off to the right. And it is 0-1. And everybody contributed for the most part. It was a team effort on offense. The pitching, while not perfect, did a decent enough job. The bunch of guys that haven't thrown as much this year. Pippins will take a momentum into the second half. Hughes steps off, ready for the 0-1. Here's the set. And the pitch. Line shot into right field, and right at Macduff, who charges on, makes the grab, and the inning draws to a close. We go to the 9th inning. Pippins trying to close out a win here at the Orchard. It's 13-4, Pippins on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong. Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Tailgaters Bar and Grill in Sela offers an upscale dining experience in a relaxed atmosphere in downtown Sela. With savory entrees and specialty drinks, Tailgaters provides something for customers of all ages. Cheer on your favorite team in the restaurant while experiencing 1950s charm with a modern twist. Visit Tailgaters Bar and Grill today, located at 110 East 3rd Avenue at Viking Village in Sela. Tailgaters Bar and Grill.
Nick Brown takes over on the mound for the Pippins here in the 9th. He has not pitched since last Sunday in Corvallis when he gave up 2 runs in 2 innings. He is scheduled to start on Saturday in Portland. We'll see if that changes with his appearance here tonight. 8th appearance of the season. He's 1-2 with a 3.37 ERA. 10 strikeouts, 9 walks, over 10 2/3 innings of work. And opponents hitting .262 off of the tall righty from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Faces Derek Marshall to start the 9th with the Pippins leading 13-4 and misses in the dirt with the first pitch he throws 1-0. Here's the pitch. Marshall with a ground ball, hit to shortstop. Cobb waits on it, grabs with a glove, shuffles to his left, throws on to first. Throw that nearly pulls Welch off the bag, but he's able to keep his back foot on. And Derek Marshall grounds out for the first out of the 9th, and it brings up Jack Macdoff. 4 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for Bellingham. Pippins with 13 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. Righty versus lefty as Macdoff digs in. He's 1 for 4. Here's the pitch. And there's a fly ball down the left field line, curling foul and into lefty's bar, 0-1. Brown, the bearded right-hander, 6'4", 225 from Pittsburgh State. Peers home, nods, sets. Leg kick and the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss, 0-2. Cole Hinkle middle follow as the Pippins try and pull out their 2nd series sweep of the year. Other came against Wenatchee a couple of weeks ago. There's a fly ball off to the left out of play, 0-2. Right-hander Ryan Jamison starts tomorrow for the Pippins. We'll see if Brown is still set to start on Saturday. That was the original plan. Here's the 0-2. Down and away, a ball and 2 strikes. Of course, those things are always subject to change. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. 1-2. Base is empty, one down. Pippins leading 13-4 in the ninth. Long Independence Day game here at the Orchard. Brown readies with a 1-2. Pitch. There's a ground ball right side of the infield. Parker, the second baseman, to his left. Spins from the outfield grass. Throws on a first. In time, beat him by a step. 2 down. Tough play by Tanner Parker. He's able to make it. And there's 2 away for Cole Hinkleman. Last chance for the Bells. Strikeout, ground out, and a couple of walks for Hinkleman. Here's the first pitch to the left-hand batter. He takes on the outer third for a strike, 0-1. And Brown very efficient here in this ninth so far. Pippins leading at 13-4. Trying to close out a series sweep of Bellingham. 0-1. That's in the dirt with a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Slider down and away, 2-1. That had some wicked break on it. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball with the knees for a strike, 2-2, and the Pippins are a strike away from sweeping the Bellingham Bells to close out the first half of the 2019 season. Brown peers in. Ready at the belt. Here's the 2-2. Taken down low for a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. On Cole Hinkleman, the left-handed swinger. Brown ready. 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Hinkleman fouls it back, and we will see at least one more pitch in this ball game. Brown trying to strike out Hinkleman and retire the side here in the ninth. Another full count pitch with 2 outs in the ninth. Line shot back up the middle and past the glove of Cobb into center field for a base hit. And the Bells have some life here in the ninth. Their 10th hit of the ball game. It brings up Danny Martin, who has reached 3 times today. This game will continue. Martin 2 for 3 today. A couple of singles for the Miami native. Long look in from Brown. Set and the pitch. Check swing on a slider in for a strike at the knees. Pippins back in action, 7:05 tomorrow night in Portland. First pitch. Time at 7:05. Pre-game set for 6:50. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Strike 2. 0-2 on Martin. The man on first, 2 away, and the Pippins leading at 13-4 in the ninth. Bells down to their final strike. Brown shakes off a sign. Here's the 0-2. Takes the slider down low, 1-2. Nick DiNicola, who's had a nice day waiting on deck if the inning were to continue. 13-4, Pippins lead in the ninth. Bells down to their final strike. Brown set. 1-2 pitch. Misses again with a slider, and it's 2-2. And the slider, not very effective pitch right now for Nick Brown, whereas the fastball's been quite good. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Man on first, with the Pippins leading at 13-4 in the top of the ninth. Brown nods, looks to first. Set and the 2-2. He fires. That one's hit back to the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. 2 outs. Man on first. Pippins lead 13-4 in the ninth. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball hit on the ground. Third base side. Foul again. And 2 really difficult at-bats against Nick Brown here. And if this is a de facto bullpen, this is not the type of inning that you want. Throw a lot of pitches. Martin back into the box, right side. Slight lead off of first for Henkelman. Here's the 2-2. Time called before Brown could deliver the pitch. The Pippins a strike away again here on Independence Day. Here's the 2-2. Fly ball, right field. Andrews over towards the line, and he watches that one land foul in the bullpen. And this at-bat will have an 8th pitch. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bellingham still down to their final strike, as they have been for quite some time now. Bat Boy delivers a few new balls to Salterio, the home plate umpire. 2-2. They're from the Orchard. On Independence Day. The 2-2. Brown delivers. Strike? No. A ball in the dirt, 3-2. Hormel dropped it, and if he had held on, it might have been strike 3 called. Now 3 balls, 2 strikes. Henkelman will take off with a pitch. Long 9th inning from Brown. Here's his 3-2. Henkelman takes off, and there's a high pop-up. Back foul out of play. And Danny Martin does not want the game to end from his at-bat. 10th pitch coming up of this AB. 13-4, Pippins on top in the 9th. Here's the 3-2. Henkelman takes off again, and that's in the dirt, ball 4. And the Bells now have 2 on in the 9th. And Nick DiNicola coming to the plate. Brown walks Danny Martin to bring up DiNicola, who has singled twice, been hit by a pitch and flied to left. 2 on, 2 out in the 9th. 10-4, or 13-4 Pippins lead. Brown ready for his first pitch. Turns and looks to second and delivers. There's a swing and a miss at a high fastball, strike 1. And the Bells hanging onto their last hope. Nick DiNicola trailing 13-4 in the top of the 9th. 2 on, 2 out. Here's the set at the belt. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and yet again, the Bells are down to their final strike, just like the last at-bat started. See if Brown can put him away. Oh, 2 pitch. Here's the offering. Inside, a ball and 2 strikes. Should this inning continue, Kristen DeCochia is on deck. Last time these 2 teams will square off in 2019. Here's the 1-2. Fly ball, right center field. This could be trouble. Pelk over, Andrews over, and it's Eddie Pelk that makes the catch in right center field. The center fielder puts it away and the Pippins win here tonight at the Orchard by a final score of 13-4. They sweep the Bellingham Bells and improve on the season to 11-15. Good way to finish off the first half. Some much-needed confidence, and the Pippins put a big thorn in Bellingham's first half playoff hopes, as they'll now need to sweep the Victoria Harbor Cats this weekend if they want a chance at a North Division title. We'll take a break and wrap things up on the Pippins postgame show after this on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
YMCA.
Planet Fitness is the one and only judgment-free zone. That means for just $10 a month, you can work out at your own pace and just do you. However you want, whenever you want. Get free fitness training and tons of cardio and strength equipment, plus a totally friendly staff for just $10 a month with absolutely no judgment. We want you to be you for just $10 a month. Come in for a free tour or join online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness. Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
Back here at the Orchard, the Yakima Valley Pippins pull out a 13-4 win over the Bellingham Bells to sweep the series here against the Bells. And man, what a turnaround it has been from a week ago to now. The Pippins winning 3 straight after they had lost 9 in a row, and it has been quite the turnaround here at the Orchard. The Pippins postgame show presented by Treetop. Since 1946, Treetop name has been associated with premium apple juice, and the company has been a stickler for quality and flavor ever since. A proud supporter of Pippins baseball, Treetop products are served throughout the Orchard. Tonight's game took 3 hours and 25 minutes, was played in front of 777 fans. Darius Garcia got the win. He improves to 1-3. Cole Tucker the loss. He falls to 1-1. Bellingham had a lot of opportunities, leaving 13 men on base, but the Pippins really broke out early with 3 runs in the third and then 6 in the fourth, and it was a big day offensively for basically everybody in the Pippins lineup. As we go down the order, Owen Cobb was 1 for 4 but scored 4 runs. Noah Andrews 1 for 4. Nick DiCarlo 2 for 2, scored 2 runs, drove in 2, walked twice. Aiden Welch 1 for 4. Brady Hormel 1 for 3. Zach Meddings 1 for 4. Nick Israel was 3 for 5. Christian Padilla 0 for 4. Tanner Porker 0 for 1. Eddie Pelk was 1 for 2. As for Bellingham, Guthrie Morrison was 2 for 4. Austin Kretschmar 0 for 5. Troy Viola 0 for 4. Derek Marshall 0 for 4. Jack Macdoff 1 for 5. Cole Hinkleman was 1 for 3. Danny Martin 2 for 3. Nick DiNicola 2 for 3. And Christian DeCochia 2 for 4. On the mound, A.J. Wood got the start, took a no decision. 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 unearned run, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Mark Wanarambich, an inning and a third, allowed an unearned run. Ty Pullman, 2 runs in an inning of work. Darius Garcia, 2 2/3 scoreless innings to earn the win. 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 K. Nick Brown, a scoreless ninth with a hit and a walk. Cole Tucker took the loss for Bellingham. 3 innings, 3 unearned runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Will Dennis, a third of an inning, a hit, 3 earned runs, a walk, and a strikeout. John Kelly, 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Brandon Argomanis, 2 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Gabriel Hughes, an inning and a third scoreless, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. We take a look at the scoreboard around the West Coast League here on July 4th. Cowlitz falls to Walla Walla 6-4. Corvallis beats Portland 10-3. That race coming down to the wire. Kelowna and Wenatchee, Ridgefield and Bend, the other games about to get underway in the West Coast League. That'll wrap things up here from the Orchard on a Thursday, Independence Day. here in Yakima. Pippins win it 13-4, and that'll also wrap up the first half. Appreciate everybody following along the first 26 games of this 54-game schedule. Second half gets going tomorrow and should be a key second half. Ryan Jamison starts for the Pippins opposite Bradley McVeigh as the Pippins try and make it 4 in a row and start off the second half on a good note as they take on the Portland Pickles on the road. First pitch, 7:05. Pre-game, 6:50. Talk to you then from Portland. This has been Miles Klotz signing off after the Pippins win 13-4 here in Yakima to sweep the Bellingham Bells. Everybody enjoy the rest of your July 4th holiday.